Right, that's it. We are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another Transformers, the show. Let's do it. Hello, welcome to your Friday night. We're going to do a whole show, would you believe it, all about Transformers. And you wouldn't think you could get 2 hours of content, but we bloody will tonight. We've got a few people missing tonight, but it doesn't matter because Rohan's here. Hello, Rohan. Thanks for coming on, sir.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's an honour to have you in the actual corner of my screen. Jamie and Alexis are here as well. Andy's, I think everyone's on nights out, aren't they? Not together, separate nights out, having absolute social lives. But Impact is feeling ill.
Swingers.
You're feeling better soon, Impactor. Right, let's get started, as we always do, with the news. Well, before that, what have we got coming up? So we've got 4 players, our favourite G1.5 Transformer, which is my favourite area of the Transformer land. It's kind of that weird bit where Transformers got a bit good before they went all wanky and started doing stuff like Pretenders and stuff, which we love now, but don't deny it. At the time, we thought they were weird when we were kids.
Hang on, are Pretenders 1.5?
No, I'd say they're just after. I think they count as 1.5, but I think they're after 1.5. But so don't worry, we don't have the discussion about it now. We can wait till the actual discussion, and you can ask all the questions you want, Alexis, in that section. Plus some other bits as well. But first of all, as always, let's do the news.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
So basically, there was just some leaks this week, from the usual person, JT Prime 17. And I have no idea what half of this stuff is, these product codes mean, but I think one of them is obviously going to be another G.I. Joe crossover, which no one will want at full price and will wait until it's nearly 30 before paying for. So maybe Hasbro, I don't know, maybe you could just release it at that price and watch it sell out quick. There's other things like Dino King, Brawl, codename Hoover, which is obviously not a sex toy.
We saw Dino King coming, right? Dino King's obviously the Legends versions, or what's it called? The Legends versions of Dinobots, aren't they? That's why they have the Ankylosaurus.
I honestly don't know because my brain's a bit dead this night and I'm so tired.
So you remember the new Volcanicus, is it Legends version, the small version that combine? They brought out a different dinosaur. So that is Dino King from Victory, which will come out there, which will be quite good. I'm not sure what Cannonball or Bullseye will be. I'm pretty sure those are both shows I used to watch back in the 80s.
Well, Bullseye is a GoBot, just to put that out there.
Kick him
lust for everything GoBots.
And so after that disgusting use of language there by Rohan, we shall move on. We've got Deathsaurus there, some leaked pictures of Deathsaurus, and then later there was an unboxing later during the week. And obviously there was also some shock news as well, which we'll come to at the very end, which Paul posted as well to reiterate. So we've got Deathsaurus there looking good on his vagina crown. Uterus crown. It's just a disgusting chair. I don't understand it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people. I don't know why you like it. You have to explain it to me one time. Aren't drinks at TF Nation preferably?
Have you ever watched Victory? Have you ever watched it?
Has anyone watched it?
I watched it. I really liked it.
I watched some of this stuff, and I watched enough to see Deathsaurus, but it was all broken up. It was awful in every respect, and it wasn't just the bad dubbing. It was just just continuity, everything.
That's no different to the porn you watch. So that's what you complain about.
Yeah, but the porn only lasts 7 minutes. Victory lasted for like 22. Fuck that. So you've got Deathsaurus there with his special gun. Yeah, but he looks good. He does look good. So yes, pretty excited about that. I'm just going to be a second as I switch my graphic setting because I've got it in high definition and I think it's just making things much too light.
Brighter, too bright, isn't it?
Yeah, on the screen there. So just fix that. That should be okay now.
I'll highlight this great comment from Deserving through She1. Sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. Now, I am hooked. I don't know who this guy is, but whatever he's selling, I'm
Apparently
buying.
flexible and convenient.
Look,
like my sex life.
Doesn't that look like
sorry, that's
a
what
sort of a horrible bio-organic uterus vaginal cheek? I just don't get it.
It's a clunge seat.
I just he's walking away from it in disgust as well. No, you're sitting on it. I just don't know why.
It's so much. It's like the show. It's exactly like it was in the show. It's designed to be vulgar, not vulgar.
Like your haircut.
Vulgar. I did it for you, Paul.
His hair. I think it's really cool.
And Japanese animation can be vulgar at times. But yeah, there's some awesome cool pictures there. There's nothing getting left to imagination. It seems to be much more on the ball compared to the sort of Victory Star Saber release. People seem to be very excited about this. And then here's an unboxing. 2 very happy Hasbro employees there getting to open this box, which looks immense.
It does look good.
You know, and it looks fun. You know. Look at the little Micromasters, and I think that was a big shock, wasn't it? Because they didn't tell you were getting the Micromasters. It's when everyone funded it, right? And here we get the Micromasters, and then you had lots of people going, "Oh no, I would have paid £300 just for those Micromasters,
for those 2 little Micromasters."
Yeah,
not a discussion for tonight, but when does box art become box porn? And that should be our discussion for next week.
Cool,
but you'd be so bad. That's another discussion for next week. So yes.
No,
we've got lots of things going on there, and it looks good. You know, he is quite blocky, he's quite bricky, really, but you know, it's like reimagined G1 aesthetic, so it's good. And both of his countdown, and this is the thing which Paul made clear in the news tonight, and I think it's a lot of people are discussing. We were led to believe it was going to be released this year. I thought it was going to be about the end of November, start of December. 20, but it seems to be, I was still talking, it still seems to be that the countdown is emails that people are getting in the sort of like messages which are seen in the Hasbro site is you're invited to witness every fill in detail before the collector's dream ships to fans early next year. So obviously they've moved the date. You know, so early next year, is that going to be January, February, or is it going to be March? You know, Rohan, you've got an idea about these sort of things. What sort of date?
I've seen a few things touted, and I'm not sure if the US are going to get it in December, because apparently they're going to get it for Christmas, but we're going to get it later than them because there's been no confirmation from Hasbro UK that we've got these emails yet. So unfortunately, it does look like it's going to be possibly
Does that mean
January.
Is that a scenario where the UK might actually have it in stock, or they're just not going to release it until the US fans get it first?
No, I don't think so. I think it's more a logistics challenge rather than we're holding it back, if that makes sense.
Because logistically speaking, sometimes it's easier to ship to the EU than it is the US.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Not over Christmas, because they normally keep the skies clear.
But it's not Christmas yet. That's my point. So yes, and then we had the Transformers fan stream, some more Hasbro G1 news. You had the sort of 3 culprits, All Praise Mark, Church of Mark. Showing the same stuff which we already knew about from the week earlier, but for people who didn't manage to go to that press conference which was shared over the internet, they just did it again, and they were quite happy. They were talking about the Reactivate figures, which is based on the Transformers computer game, and some of the figures, they do look good.
They're decent.
Not good enough for me to buy.
These Reactivate figures. Chugs.
Yeah. So Bumblebee's about the size of Starscream, you know, the scales different. You know, I don't like them. Optimus Prime is the one thing everyone's commenting on. They all like Optimus Prime. You know, even I am saying, get those pictures away from me because it looks good.
I like Soundwave.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Soundwave.
Really? Yeah. A lot of people think about Soundwave. Yeah.
He doesn't look like Soundwave.
It just looks like him. It's not aligned properly, that backpack, is it? In his robot mode.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean, to me, you could almost get a helicopter and make him into battle trap, couldn't you? And stick it on the front and back.
Well, there has been discussions. Should Soundwave lose his iconic, tape deck kind of cassette deck kind of look, aesthetic? And I was thinking to myself, why? They've already done that. You had a stupid Soundwave, which was a satellite dish, which did nothing. On one when he's been a car, so they have done it, and I think the thing is, it's kind of iconic. You recognise that look as Soundwave, but I think
What is the modern adaptation of a sound wave today? Is it like an MP3? Like he'd be like code?
No, he'd be your entire speaker system in your house, wouldn't it?
Sonos.
Which MP3 gets plugged into.
Yeah, like a Dolby system, sort of almost like a 5.1.
MP3 player.
Probably your
They don't use
TV set.
MP3
To be
players, do
honest.
they?
MP3 players are so 2000.
Well, to be honest,
Nano.
it would be the file, wouldn't it? Which would just be getting streamed to the device.
Software.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. A code.
Everything is code. Yeah.
MP3 code, right? Code.
No, you didn't. You said the word code, which means fuck all like that. It does not mean streamed or sent there. Stop lying. Let's move on.
Oh,
explain yourself, IT man.
Yes. Go and switch on the microwave and then switch it off and marvel at technology. So yes, we've got this character here, a little Mohican guy, looks quite good. A bit of cultural appropriation there, so I'm not too happy about the Transformers, but yes. And then we've got this guy, which people again seem to really like, and I just think I've ordered it because I'm an idiot, but I've just went, what is this?
Who is this?
It's the Rumble, isn't it?
Yes, Rumble.
Concept art for Rumble.
Transforms into a comet or something.
Yeah.
Not really sure what.
Looks like someone hiding under the table, rocking back and forwards.
It's a rock lord. It is a fucking rock lord.
I just don't get it, and I hope he's got hands because it looks to me like he's useless. He's got like, I don't know, but
interesting point from Sunstreaker saying that the game's going to be AAA quality.
AAA quality.
Wow.
So I don't think they can just say that and not put the funds into it and the time. But if they are putting a lot of effort into it and it is a AAA game, then
they have made about 3 recent Transformer games. You've got a VR one, you've got this tactical one which is out. You've had the one just released about that a year prior, or a year, 2 years prior. So there has been a lot of recent Transformer games, and Activision, which has now been taken over by Xbox might be re-releasing the original Transformer games that Activision had.
So is Edward Rumblehands here? Is he in the game or something?
Edward Rumble. I just maybe he had a masturbation problem and that's why he hasn't got hands. I don't know. It just stopped.
They've been chopped off, just sliced straight off.
You mean like World did?
Yeah.
Well had an issue.
And then we've got Wheeljack, which I know is a favourite of Paul.
Yeah, I like him. I like him about as much as I like David Cameron coming back into office. So.
He's one of my icons, David Cameron.
I've got a meme. I'll share a meme to you, Paul. I can't share it online. I'll share one with you offline.
I just love the fact he's walking back into office and went, see this mess? I created all of this.
But you're not elected. It doesn't matter. I'll just get a massive peerage. Oh, okay. Then. Now we have to call you Lord Cameron. I do actually like David Cameron.
Guess who's back? Back again.
He was perhaps the most sensuous conservative prime minister you would ever have got, and he fucked it up.
I know.
So this is from the game again, right? So these figures here.
Well, no, this is not from the game. This is actually from Rise of the Beast.
Okay. The
thing is, you might not recognize the color scheme so much because they based these toys on the CAD file, so they thought this is what it was going to be like. So obviously, it's went into production and got released.
Okay.
But this is your latest sort of troop builder, and you know what? It's actually quite cool. I've only got one. I'm not going to be buying 3 or 4 and stuff like that. I actually just really want to see it in hand to see what it's like. Sometimes the toy becomes even better, and more alive when you got it in hand. But I also want to wait for the Hasbro sales, which seem to always be the case now. If I'm going to be troop building now, then you got your latest Junkion, Scrap Heap. He looks cool.
Why is it a duckbill motorbike?
Why isn't it not?
Then
then you've got the worst Starscream. I don't know. I don't think people like this Starscream even online. So I feel maybe I should change and say I like this, but I don't. I don't like it.
Have you got the original one, Jamie? Do you have the original one from the game? The original game.
Oh, I definitely don't, and I think a lot of people preferred the original look and aesthetic. Where this one, it's like this guy really likes cockpits. He wants them big and orange and fleshy. But yeah, I don't get it. And then he's got like the smallest little wings. It's like, let's do an 8-face but make it worse. I don't know. I just
are those blue things his wings?
I can barely see the wings.
Are those blue things on the side?
Yeah.
He's got more flange.
It's almost like he's been tortured.
No, he's like Nemo from Finding Nemo because he's got one gifty wing.
Why is this submarine? Why is this submarine?
What's the fucking point of that blue one as well at the back?
Yeah,
Like,
pointless.
just leave it off. There's no point doing that.
Doesn't it look like he had proper wings at one point, and the Hasbro executives just started stripping away the plastic from it? You know,
You can cut
tearing off its wings
66% of
like
the
some.
price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's probably
this will
$1,000.
do. Those fuckers will use their imagination and like it.
That'll do.
You don't need wings in space, but he's going to be in the planet. Fuck that. You know, but yeah, Megatron
He looks good.
looking good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does look good. Yeah.
Ooh.
and he
I'm
was
looking at
supposed to
Biden.
be in the Rise of the Beast movie, but apparently, you know, he was
Was
cut
he?
for obvious reasons because of probably money, time constraints, and
Mhm.
trying to fit him in the story. You know, because it would have been good to see Scourge running away from Megatron. I would have loved to see that story. You know how Scourge has got all these badges of all these Autobots, Predacons, and you know Decepticons he's killed. If he
Arrogant.
encountered Megatron and he just ran like fuck, you know, away, just
So
to
did
show
they-
how.
Did they have a voice actor as well for him?
No, I honestly
Lined-
don't
lined
know.
up.
But I would have hoped it would have been someone iconic, or even Frank. What well is it?
Frank
Welker.
Welker.
Welker, yeah. You know, so I think that would have been cool. And he's a triple changer as well, which I think was. I'm not sure what that was based on. I don't know. That was the card files
he?
or the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah. So he's got one which is a clear tank mode and one which is a clear cannon mode, which is a tank but stationary.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a
What?
flying drill tank thing.
Yeah.
It's
But,
quite
you know.
similar to the other mode, isn't it?
Hmm.
Kind of like
That's like- that's-
if
that's like
triple
saying-
changed into a car, and like one of the modes, it was a triple change, it was a Mondeo, and the other mode
Yeah.
was an escort.
Yeah.
You can't count that
I
as
got,
a
I
triple
got,
change.
I got
Both
Optimus Prime.
cool.
He Optimus Prime transforms into a truck, a robot, and a Rubik's cube. It's
Ah,
not a triple change. It's-
I think is it the Ultimate Sevens, or I can't remember exactly, but this is
Super Sevens. Yeah. Could be.
yeah, this is like IDW Tarn, so it's a non-transformable one, and he's got a lot of little accessories. He comes with the little sidekick Nickel, is it Nickel?
Nickel, yeah, you're right, Nickel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
And
None
so,
of my
but
ones.
yes, so yeah, he's got
Rescue
cannons.
Box
He's got like he's very posable. Looks good. He's got face plates, different posable
That's
faces.
nice.
He comes with accessories. He looks quite cool. I think a lot of people would be quite happy with him, to be honest. And we seem to be getting quite good chug Tarns just now, which always opens the door for more of his compatriots or compatriots even. Yeah, and it came from this guy on Twitter, AGGR. Why can't he use proper names? I don't know. 2001. You know, and then we've got some more pictures of Reactivate
It
Soundwave.
looks good. I still
Yeah,
like it.
He's
I like
looking better there. I think
He
it was
does
the
look
photo
better
with his
there.
face on. It looked like he was on his tiptoes trying to be the same height as Prime, but on that angle, he looks good. You
Make
know,
a good,
and again,
good hound. Make a good hound, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The backpack, man. It's just up at an angle and. Ugh.
you know,
I think it's all right. I think there's anything wrong with
Vehicle
that.
mode's good. Alt mode's good. Oh, look at those wheels. Jesus.
Hmm.
they definitely did say so. Watch yourself, Alexis, but it's not easy to transform. You know, they say it's a bit of a challenge, but they say it's an enjoyable challenge. So I'm not sure what they mean by that enjoyable challenge. But Peter Cullen is going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award later this time in December the 17th. Emmy
Well
Awards. So,
deserved. Well deserved.
and that is awesome. You know, he's obviously Optimus Prime. He's done the voices of numerous Transformer characters, bit parts, you know, and he's been at other iconic roles. I always remember is Cinder, or is it Cinder? I think in Visionaries, and obviously
The Predator. He
Dungeons
was,
and Dragons.
he was the Predator as well.
Oh yeah, but you know,
That's
he wasn't
cool. He was
actually in the Predator suit. It was just like the
No,
voice. It wasn't
no,
as if the
he-
Predator
well,
had
no,
a much
he
Look,
wasn't
look,
actually-
listen. The
part.
most iconic role he ever had was Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh. Full stop.
Yeah, maybe, but you know, I still think about Venger and Dungeons and Dragons. That's when you know we got to see his range more.
Very cool. Very cool.
You know,
He
so
created
I always-
created the Predators. That. Not me snoring, but you know.
yeah, you don't get out much.
Did you
do
see the
Like,
speech? The speech he done recently. I'll find it and I'll play it on the show next week. It's such an amazing speech. A fan asked him a question, and the reply was absolutely. It almost brings tears.
is
to
it
your
one
eye,
of these? What? Oh, it's one of those where you start to cry.
It's a crier. It's a crier.
Tearjerker.
But it's so lovely what he says and the way he puts it and the way he talks to the fans and the whole the bit that he's enjoyed the most over all the years is meeting people. So I will find it. I'll stick up there. But if
you think he'll come on the show now, he's obviously getting the award. We can invite him on the show. Do you think? Obviously,
beforehand, before he had the award, he would have come on.
Right, he
wasn't famous enough. Now he's getting a lifetime achievement.
Exactly, lifetime achievement award.
We'll let him on now.
Coming on the show. That's his year peak. Then, right?
Yeah.
So if you watch, we know Peter watches. So Peter, come on board.
Wasn't even bothered beforehand.
No.
Now he's got the award.
So
he can come on.
Here's third-party news now.
What's the intro?
Thanks, Tom.
There you go.
Smooth.
So here we've got Fans Hobby MB20X load. He's orange. Alexis. But, no.
This is from Armada, yeah. And it comes with mini cons as well.
It's not very mini, is it? It's massive.
No, it tows Jetfire. This is it the alternative color version? Like they did
there was an ultra color version, and then there was this one. Yeah, this was the original, I think. Yeah.
Well, thank God we moved on to something else because that was getting boring. Here we look at some of the visual artwork of the companions for that Titan for. How do you word this properly? The Titan Metroplex for the miniature Transformers. I don't know what.
This is the Legends version of Metroplex. So Legends. This is six gun, not 6 gun. Fuck it, what's his name?
Scamper.
Are you getting this, Alexis?
Scamper. I'm not actually. I've gone for the 4-foot one. So because I have masculinity issues.
We were in your room the other day, weren't we? We said you needed more bigger Transformers to take up all that space.
Just don't tell Sam. Please don't
and
tell
here
Sam.
we have Tank, a robot tribute from Mega House for the Robo line.
Yeah, very cool.
How many of these? There's about 4 of these now. Is it 4 or 5 of these have done so far at least?
Mega House have only done Cykill and Tank so far that I'm aware of. But Tank, when he was done by Action Toys, I've got him over here. Was in the wrong colours. So he's in this stupid light blue colour, which is just totally wrong.
Well, do you know what I think is stupid, Rohan? Go bots. Period. That's it. That's what I think is stupid.
Do you know what you've just done there, Rohan? You've said, how can I make a GoBot more shit? Fucking hell, they did it
by doing the proper weapons and by doing the proper colour.
But hang on, but Rudy has something. What's the ones Rudy has then? Because Rudy's got some of the
Action Toys like these.
Is Action Toys? Okay, right, okay.
Because Mega House has only been going for a little while.
Thank God, there wasn't much third-party news. So
wow. That's like what's his transformation? Fold him in half. That's it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
see you guys next week.
You can take them off. His arms move up and down.
That's the whole week of work, lads. See you next week.
Look, that's how they did it on GoBots.
Backing off GoBots for 2 minutes and do some pickups.
We now return to the Transformers.
We're doing it GoBot style.
Right, pickups this week. What did you get? Who would like to go first? Jamie, do you mind if I start with you? Because yours is normally the best.
Like I said,
don't sugarcoat it, Paul. Just tell us. Jamie's is always the best.
We went to Transformers the show, the whole team. So that was myself, Paul, Andy, Rohan, Alexis, Pete, Ian. And we also had Graham show up, and we also had Andy as well. So we had another Andy. No, not Andy twice. We didn't clone him, just so the tight bastard would buy around. No, we had the whole assembled cast, and we went around this toy fair. And to be honest, I just didn't care for it because I was so hungover, and I couldn't urinate. I was my bladder was going to explode, but I couldn't urinate because every time I went into the toilet, someone would use a fucking hand dryer thing, which sounded like an aircraft engine, and I need tranquility to go, so I just couldn't. And so I was like suffering for an hour going around, not caring because all I wanted to do was urinate. Then I managed to go in and then I was fine. And once I was relieved and okay with myself, I was able to pick up this bad boy, which is upside down. Beast Wars, the second generation.
Cool.
Ooh,
You know,
making big. I can't see it.
no, I don't want to make it big. It looks good like that. And I had fun, and some other people were buying stuff, and it was a great little event. And we'll obviously talk about it again in coming weeks.
Jamie, why are you hungover?
Because I was drinking alcohol, and I drank too much and didn't eat enough. You know, I didn't have enough chicken that night. You know, the trouble is, everywhere we went to, we just had beer, which I know is the point of a pub crawl. But I was thinking to myself, is this what I actually want in life? But at the time, I did. So yeah, I was pissed at my little skull. And a bit hungover, and then we did the same again on Saturday night after I recovered. But I was fine because at that time, obviously, I'd evolved and I'd been able to take in alcohol.
Like a Pokemon.
Yes, I did. I went to the next level.
He'd gone
Mega
Super Saiyan.
Mega Jamie.
Big
That was
thing on that
amazing.
drink.
Such a good time.
But if you could share the screen there, Paul.
We can.
In between doing pickups and stuff like this, and getting drunk and stuff, we had this thing in Instagram which was the seven days of Prime, and that's where over 7 days you do a different picture compared to some sort of like task like homage to G1, Optimus Prime in battle, Optimus Prime in Elita, and it's where a lot of community in Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and it's a kind of a crossover really of what's going on there, and it was so much creative stuff. So look at the hashtag 7 days of Prime. You know, you go to our Twitter page, you know, the link is there. I'll put one up as well, and you'll see it, and you know, and Instagram, and you'll just see all the wonderful pictures and homages and artwork that people have done, and even memes and stuff like that. So yeah, it was good. There was my sort of G1 homage.
Which Prime is that? Is that Netflix or?
No, that was the G. No, this is a G1 homage.
No,
and it's more. But I think it's the G1 homage, and if you can guess what episode this was from, not you, Alexis, because you should know. But then you don't read well, do you? So maybe you don't. But yes, so there was a G1 homage there, and
the reason I asked which Prime.
Alexis, I don't care because I was seriously talking at the time. You know. And so, yes, I've lost the flow there. So it was G1 homage. Any guess? Any takers?
Rohan knows.
Yeah.
Jamie knows I know. One of my favorites.
Go for it, Rohan.
It is, of course, More Than Meets the Eye. I think it's part 2 where they all line
Oh, you're
up.
wrong, fucker,
part three,
wrong.
Part 3. Bollocks.
No, wrong again, wrong.
Part 1. Seriously.
Part 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap. Yeah, where they all line up and they're about to take on Megatron and the Nemesis.
Yeah, so it's a battle squad. Bonus points, could you name the two which were probably animation errors in that lineup?
Oh, that's in.
Yeah.
Ratchet.
Yeah, Ratchet's
Ratchet's one good one,
Yeah.
Alexis. Well done.
I'm trying to see who else is in there.
Ratchet.
I don't know. That's the one I can think of. I know Ratchet's damage now.
Sunstreaker.
No.
Ah.
Can I guess again? Is it Cliff Jumper?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
Little
Cliffy,
Cliff
yeah.
Jumper. You know, it could possibly be an animation edit or a script edit because they weren't named. You know, Ironhide was named, but you know, suddenly he disappeared and suddenly you got Ratchet. You know, he was already transformed and then he drives out later. So what was your question, Alexis?
Sorry for interrupting, Jamie. I know you were very passionate. It's a very lovely photo. The reason my question was, his legs look quite dark to me. Can't put my finger on which Prime it is. Like, is it the Netflix version? Is it the Earthrise version? I think you've made it look like the cartoon, which is very. And I think you've done a very good job. By the way, I love the way Jazz is looking up at him. Which Prime is that, please?
Yeah, it's Netflix Prime. You can tell because usually the eyes are quite light.
Mm.
You know,
And the legs are dark.
Yeah, you know. In that photo, it's like I probably explained to you guys, I messed up the first time I took it. I made it too light. So I went back and redid it and made it much darker to bring out the colours better. So it wasn't so washed out, because before it was so light, and it was, you know, and it was a good example of me learning and trying to get used to working with light. I'm much better in the camera settings itself, not the light I was actually using, which was actually fine. You know,
I do have one more question, if that's all right. And it's How would you store your sand after you do your shot?
Well, I don't store it anywhere. It's still on the table. Yeah. And it's slowly spreading around my office.
Because it looks messy.
It is. But I tell you what I like about working with sand, apart from it being a bit annoying like that, and the fact that it'll mark and you start to corrode your Transformers slightly, is it's so easy to pose Transformers like that. You know, there's you know, you don't need to use really any tricks really to sort of just get them to stand in that way. You work with grass or even with rocks and stones and other aesthetics which you would use for a diorama. They don't have the same sort of grounding to hold the toys in place, or the same sort of adhesion which takes place with sand is brilliant for that. So
does that mean you'll be appreciative if I take pictures of your Star Saber in sand?
Yeah, I mean, because the whole thing is, it's like using animation. People used it as well. It's because it was very generic, easy to draw. You didn't need to worry about putting detail in the stuff, and you could draw attention to the figures while making it look a little bit fancier than it should be. Grass still looks the best, but is hard to work with. There was another one. Just cut to the chase. Can you get the connection with this? Anyone?
Is it a metaphor? Is it from an episode, or is it actually like you?
It's not from an episode.
Not an episode. It's from a comic, isn't it? No.
Is anyone in chat picking it up? Maybe Ratchet. I might have to wait a second.
Yeah, got to wait a
people
second
in chat are picking up.
I'm trying to think of it like, because I'm thinking like Slug Slinger, and you got Streetwise.
I mean,
Slinger.
I can give you a clue.
G1.5, isn't he?
Slug Slinger's Headmasters season 4. Yeah.
You could add. Would you say that's a 1.5 figure? Yeah,
I wouldn't.
There's loads of comments coming.
Oh yes, all Peter Cullen voice.
Ah,
wasn't first.
I didn't know that. Wingspan as well.
I missed that. My headphones died. What was the?
All Peter Cullen voiced.
All voiced by Peter Cullen. I mean, Prime and were the obvious ones, but I didn't realize Streetwise and Slugslinger and Wingspan were also voiced by Peter
Technically,
Cullen.
Chipticon was technically voiced for one episode, but Chipticon did have other voice actors. So,
okay.
Can we get which episode that was?
Slugslinger's Target Master was Orson Welles.
well, see, the thing is, that's not Slugslinger's Target Master, that's Nightstick, and that was deliberately picked because he was voiced by Peter Cullen as well. So all the characters there were voiced.
Nicely.
Sorry,
done.
Jamie. Paul doesn't actually mean voice. Paul actually thought his Target Master was just Orson Welles.
I am your gun.
This is obviously from Rise of the Beast, so this was just basically a homage to there. Obviously, there's one figure there which does not belong there, but obviously
Rocklaw on the right side.
Yeah, no.
His name is Magmar, and you will say it properly. No, I'm joking.
It's HasLab Unicron. I didn't have the movie version of Unicron, so I had the HasLab Unicron and used
Still
that.
looks good, mate. Still looks amazing. This picture.
Yeah, really good.
You know,
I like the cloud. I like the clouds at the bottom left.
I like the way you've posed Scourge there, just like he's ready to have his head sliced right off.
Yeah, Optimus Prime is a real creepy bastard, doesn't he? Sometimes
in the movies, he really is.
Yeah. First time he said, "Give me your face."
Yeah.
Not even like I'm going to rip your face off. Just give me your whole face.
Did he actually take the guy's face as well when he said it afterwards? Like, give me your face. And go, what? Did he put it on his face and go, no, I don't.
This belongs to my friend? That was the line, wasn't it?
Now I'm going to put it on my crotch.
I don't think Peter Cullen's going
You'll be my crotch piece. Shit piece, me crotch piece.
Shit piece. Your name is Shit Piece.
Yeah, so that was my contribution to the 7 days of Prime.
Right. How many days is that? How many days
7
are we now? Sorry.
One.
It's been
Oh, the trombone's back! Yeah.
Oh, that was
the trombone.
The trombone's part of the show.
It was a decoy. It was 14.
Whereas like Prime Week, like I think at Black Friday, like Amazon, I go, I think one company said, "Oh, Black Friday deal, special, what's it price only, order now for the next 25 days." I'm like, really? 25 days? I'm like, really?
Where
Quite
you
the
go
same.
I still ordered it though.
Cool. Rohan, did you get anything this week? So,
Right. Well, this week I think we should change pickups to what have you sold this week. It would give me a lot more to talk about.
Give up.
but
What
no,
souls
no,
have I destroyed this week?
Yeah, everybody's. Because my name is Swindle. But no, this week I only picked up one thing, and I'm going to need everybody's help. So everybody in the chat, I need you to give me some advice because I need a name for my pickup. If I can share my screen, and let's see what. Let's see if I can actually do this. Excuse me for one moment. Share screen.
So checking my car.
I'm just going to switch on and off the microwave to help you out there, Rohan.
So we've got the lotto numbers.
Right, here's my pickup for this week. It is a massive vehicle of sorts.
Ooh.
Whoa!
And I need
Nice.
your help because I don't know what to call this bad boy because I name all my cars after Transformers and I have an idea, but I want some
RC.
input from everybody in the
No.
Here's the interior
it's-
if it helps you.
So it's a BMW 8 Series. It came out, I think, in I want to say the early 90s.
Correct.
It
Yep.
was their version. It was like their.
It comes with the
had
phone.
Yeah,
Had an
Nokia.
M3. It had an M3 engine, and it's a rear-wheel drive sports car, and pop-up headlights. My friend's
Correct.
dad had one back in the day, and
Yep.
it's got a lovely sounding engine, by the way. So you have to next time we go
Absolutely.
out on a night
Was
out.
that
you're
in
gonna
this
take me
car
out
that's all this weekend, Rohan?
No,
No,
No.
unfortunately not. I
it-
only picked it up on Tuesday.
it looks a little bit like Trax, like as like a
Yeah.
like a European
that,
version
yeah.
of Trax. Because obviously Trax was a Chevrolet Corvette, right?
That's right.
So
yeah.
it's like it's a little bit like that. Like it's a little bit out there.
I
Um,
think, Rohan, that you're missing an opportunity here
Go on.
to stand up for the LGBTQ community. And
Oh, yes.
taking this thing pink and name it RC. And I think everyone in chat would agree that would be the way to do.
Well, if you agree with Jamie, everybody put in your comments for
RC
RC.
now.
I didn't know it was automatic though. I thought
It
it
is
was
Warpath.
automatic, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, are you mental?
Oh, I wonder what the
Because I remember
that?
the original M3s where they came with the CVT gearbox. So the gearbox was the thing that always went because again the
Yep.
torque. That's why the Z4M, which is had the M3 engine in a Z4, couldn't be automatic because the torque just broke the gearbox.
Yep.
So it's quite impressive. Actually, it's got a
Fully to V8
sorry.
with an automatic, absolutely.
Yeah.
It does sound absolutely mean. So I'd
Mm.
love it to be a Decepticon. I'm not trying to force anybody to make that choice, but that was my only pickup for this week, Paul. Sorry.
I like the
Oh,
idea
stick
of
them in
calling
half.
it Blue Streak.
I actually do as well,
Ah.
Jamie. That is my favorite
Silver
name
Streak,
so
Blue
far.
Streak. Yeah.
Silver
Yeah,
Streak,
see, that
was
Silver
the blue leather.
Streaks, which is a good shout out, I think.
Yeah,
So
but
who
the
was
trouble
the
with
Decep-
Silver Streak, the character looked blue. Blue Streak
Mm.
looked silver.
Yep. And it's got blue leather, so there you go. Works.
Anything you
Nice.
say was
I
if
feel
it's
my
a
favourite. I
Decepticon,
always
would be
wanted the
Barricade, right?
BMW 7 Series. Always.
Oh.
Loved those. I remember my boss had one once. I was like, oh, that's such a lovely car.
Some of my favorites, the E38. I really want one, but can't have everything.
No.
I
Bad one,
want my
but
chauffeur
was
to have that
expensive
type
in
of
the house.
car.
Oh, of
I miss.
course,
I used to,
Melee.
before I used to have an M4 convertible. Like
nice.
before, when I had one child, now I have three, so I don't have any car at all. I have no money left.
Now you walk places. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I had a
Yeah.
tricycle with 4 wheels.
Nice.
I broke the
There you
road.
are. Right, cool. I'll go next then. So I haven't got with me actually because they're in the bit of my car still, but I picked up Point Blank and Stalker G1 plus
Oh, nice.
Chasey. It was a beautiful, beautiful doll that I got.
Should I go
I
get it, you
find
fucker? Because you left it in my fucking.
No, I wouldn't.
It's in your
do
head.
that, would I? I might have the video actually. I can show it.
I might make a short of it later.
When
You
we
can
went
actually
to
go and grab it.
Not only did they sell
Right.
Transformers, they also sold dolls, loads of dolls, like ones from the 1930s.
Creepy ones.
And I bought one, and it's lives in Alexis's house now.
It's in the cupboard, the baby formula. I stuck it in the cupboard the next day, so Sam found it. She freaked out.
Right, Alexis, what did you get?
I got one thing this week, mate. I got some Sandstorm love. I got this guy, MS36.
Nice.
So I think the row of, there we go. So there we go. Boxed, unboxed. Oh, it doesn't look as orange. This is your camera. It looks a little more. Oh no,
yeah.
I guess he is that color, isn't it? So yeah, it looks different color to the box art, I guess. Ever so slight. Maybe it's the camera. But yeah, so looking forward to opening that. I've got some things on the way. One thing I would like to say as well is with the competition at the moment, we've had 10 people so far who are potentially able to enter the competition, but only 3 people have actually emailed in. So I've had 3 entries to the competition. So again, so it's TF code is TF Show on Showzy, and you email tfshowcomp at gmail.com.
Do you know that's 10 individuals or just 10 items that have been bought?
No, 10 individuals have qualified to enter, but only 3 people have actually emailed in to actually enter. So again, the other 7 people, I don't know who you are because again, I don't get that. That's GDPR, so I have the information.
If these people all enter, will you be able to get a decent haircut?
If they all enter, I'll cut his hair.
That's not the prize.
Well, I think that should be your campaign. My name's Alexis, and just by entering my competition, you can help me get a decent haircut and fulfill my life goals.
I think we should do WWE. If he loses, we shave his head off.
So tfshowcomp at gmail.com. I've emailed back the 3 people that have entered. You know who you are. But I need name and order number. That's it. And that way we can work out who it is, right? So if you have supported, thank you very much. If you haven't supported, please do support at some point in time. So TF Show.
If you haven't supported, I hate you.
You're dead to me.
But not as much as my fucking hairdresser.
You have you have until the 12th of January, and then once we get 12th January, if it's 3 people, mate, I might just flip a coin. So
how can you flip a coin for 3 people? You fucker.
Do you think, considering only 3 people entered, maybe the competition was a little bit difficult to enter? Were you expecting more than 3 to enter?
I wanted 100, and then I realized that
100. Wow.
So when you go on shows, the biggest supporter actually is Tiberium Hanger. I think he gets 45 people regularly, and I think Ben's Collectibles gets about 25 or 26. So you can see like who are the other people really. So I think we peaked at 10, and again, like it's every 20 days. So I support Arrowfire personally. So you can code Fire 1 if you want to support Arrowfire as well. So big up to Ian. But again, if you want to support us, then great, do that. And there's a chance you could win a Transformer. So there we go. So I got Sandstorm. Thanks.
Nice.
I also am working. I'll tell you what I'm working on as well. I'm working on a little project with a Saber of the Star. Jamie's. I've unboxed him, and I've done some shots. I'm doing some photos with the Star Sabers. So multiple Star Sabers at the moment. So that's going to be a video going on soon. That one's got a big head. Don't know why. Weird.
You're doing a comparison of all the Star Sabers.
Scale is in the eye of the beholder. I'm doing a comparison of all the Star Sabers I've got. I'm also doing ones with all the figures I've got as well. So I've got Leo Kaiser as well. Leo Zach Leo Kaiser as well. So
did you see that? Sam said he's in the competition, which means he's throwing the gauntlet down. Yeah.
He is. No, Sam is. I've replied back to Sam. So I'm not. If someone wants to, I'm not going to call people out. But again, if welcome to say who you are. If you've entered, I know who you are. If you haven't entered and you don't know how to enter, just drop me a DM on the show or Facebook.
You need to have a good knowledge of trigonometry. You need to be able to spell a number of words backwards, and your name has to have more than 6 consonants.
All communication must be in French.
I do have one question, Jamie. What is this bit for? Like, this bit is in the box. Like, what is that bit for? in
That's
Star
for
Sabers,
the combined mode in the jet.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't use that. I won't use that. Yeah, you don't need that.
I
do you,
don't lose
Jamie?
it. I cannot lose it.
Jamie will have a fit if you lose him.
It's
The bit
insane.
the gun goes on to.
I've got bits all
The
over
bit
my
the gun
desk.
goes
mate.
on to.
It's all over my desk at the moment, mate. So
The
if something's
guns-
missing, it's not my fault. Just just saying. It's been out there, right?
The story of Alexis's life. It's not my fault. I want to
Um,
drink
oh.
wine.
You know, I like my ice extra cold. Ooh, ice.
Is it just mine that stopped?
What?
Is this? Oh, mine's that went funny there.
Did it?
Yeah, I literally everything froze on Star Trek. I was like, that's why I said, is it just mine that stopped?
Oh, sorry.
Alexis, you need to fix that hair, mate. You look as though you've just been in a wanking
What
marathon.
happened? Did you
you
just
know?
try and do something different tonight?
Is that better?
You
Is
just
that
don't
better?
stop. No.
Have you seen stuff about Mary?
Which way? Which way? Which way? This way? How's that? Done? That way.
Beautiful.
You look like Ash from Pokemon, mate.
Who's very old.
Is that better?
Thinking of youth.
How do you want? How do you want
Get a
it?
haircut.
Which way do you want it, Jamie?
I think we should just buzz cut it.
I've got the video of me holding, hiding Chansey. I'm glad I didn't leave your. I didn't realize you could record me leaving your house. I'm glad I didn't walk around wanking or something.
I have about 6 cameras at the front. About 6 at the back, mate.
There she
I
goes.
love it. You just went straight for the bush.
It's the
Hey.
look. It's like he gets the guy, looks. It looks.
That's what gets the
looks at the doll,
ladies.
looks at the doll,
Straight
looks
for
at the
the
bush,
bush.
and goes, Is my video's not playing, by the way, so I can't.
How was it?
Yeah, don't worry,
No,
it's playing for us.
For whatever reason, the videos aren't playing. I can see the comments come on the screen. But the video doesn't play. It's
Oh, that's
weird.
You should
Luckily, I've lived.
get rid of dial-up and go onto broadband. Like the rest of us.
You know, I live in the village, mate. I can't do that.
Okay. Right, let's do some foreplay, yeah? Yeah, foreplay?
Foreplay.
Oh, foreplay.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
Yo,
Again.
it's our favorite G1.5 characters ever. So G1.5, so this is kind of post the movie. So after the movie 86 and before.
I
Hang
think Andy would argue with you.
No, that's
Yeah.
not the G1.5 at all.
It didn't say your G1.5.
Well, because I'm
Do what you want.
totally fucked because I went to look for the proper G1.5.
Yeah, same, yeah.
And then
Did
I
you?
thought,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and then I
This is
went,
why I wanted to ask.
5 means after
What-
Generation 1, before Generation
What-
2.
This is it. This is why I wanted to ask. What the fuck is G1.5? What are we classing? Because no one
It's
actually
extended
Let's
stipulated
see,
that.
we're going to
Stuff like
find out
that.
now. Jamie, do you want to go first?
Well,
Do it, Jamie, do
my-
it properly.
Yeah, my one was to be pick Predator, and I never bought my own. That had nothing to do with G1.5, so I didn't actually have a favorite G1.5. I will say that some of the repaints did look kind of interesting, but basically it was like the sort of new idea of the new planes which were coming out, which was Predator, Scorcher. It was, I think, and that's as far as I got. And I, as I said, G1.5 was something I wasn't really into. But if I went by, but I kind of had an inkling that Paul didn't know what G1.5 was. So my G1.5, based on Paul's knowledge, would have been Mindwipe.
Ooh.
Great choice.
And Mindwipe, to me, it was just awesome. He was awesome as a G1 toy, which I still think could hold its own against the new version. In fact, I think it's better than the new version
It is better
of
than the version.
Mindwipe. Yeah, because I find the new version, the sort of bat, they try to make it look organic, kind of. Where what I liked about Mindwipe was it looked like a robotic bat. and it was cool. And the toy was brilliant. It looked great in robot mode. It looked great in bat mode. Haven't got any images there. I've got plenty if you look in Twitter or Instagram and stuff like there. But you guys just Google G1 Mindwipe. In fact, most of you guys are old enough. You remember what it is. I mean, you hold that. It was like holding a trophy in your hand. It was like in rosehair. I'm not saying you put it in your mouth, although some people do. If you like something enough, you just shove it in your mouth. But yeah, G1 Mindwipe. I digress there. G1 Mindwipe is brilliant, and I loved him in the Rebirth. When you first introduced to him, and he sort of like starts to hypnotize Lightspeed. You back away, Lightspeed starts to go in reverse and stuff like that, and it was just brilliant, and he's such a cool character, and it was almost like you were spoiled with that cartoon because you had all these other not G1.5 characters getting introduced, but to Paul they were G1.5, and you can almost see. Well, you could almost see why people would start to do that, because in the comics, in the Marvel UK comics, they did refer to things like the Combiners as Generation 2. Some of the stories they did come in there until people started to decide what should be G1 and G2 and G1.5 and stuff like that. And you could almost see the G1.5 stuff because we started to get introduced almost to the Headmasters in between the getting introduced to the Combiners because stories were overlapping and stuff like that as well. But yeah, for me, it has to be Mindwipe, and I'll say my honorary mention afterwards because just in case someone else picks it.
Can I ask a question on the G2, the Combiners? Was that around the time when they released the not the commemorative line, but they really released like lots of G1 figures, didn't they? Like classics. Yeah, was that around the classics? Was G2 around in the comics? Was that when they released the classics?
Yeah, it was because classics came out late 1989, early 1990s, and then
the G2 storylines in the comics were earlier though, because it was literally the title.
Okay.
Because what they were using was into Wiki's head. I can't remember if it was Spike or was it the other cat. There was the two. Sam, it might have been there. They went into his head and he was having nightmare visions of the future of Transformers. And that's when you were starting to see the Combiners. And the title was like Generation 2 and stuff like that. And actually emphasized that sort of title as well.
Makes sense.
And
then again, and to add to the introduction to Mindwipe, when I don't know if you've seen this, the introduction when he was introduced into the Headmasters, the opening scene pretty much, he took out the entire Dinobots with his mind control. He put them all to sleep. Like he made them all obsolete. He showed straight away that he was more powerful than all the Dinobots combined. He just went,
yeah, the powers of darkness are more powerful than your technology will ever understand, or something like that.
Yeah, and I think Chris McPhee did his review recently. He does his he looked back at Mindwipe on Halloween this year. Apparently, they look at the character and look at the bio of Mindwipe. Apparently, he was into like looking at like voodoo and satanicism and like human culture.
Well, the comic character kind of regretted being a beast in the sense he was looked down upon by others, because with the beast characters were all a bit thick and a bit about violence and fighting. Mindwipe was definitely much more dignified, much more clever and devious at a much higher level. Maybe like Wingspan, actually, when you think about that type of character.
And I think obviously his partner in the Rebirth was very much he looked down on everyone, didn't he? And then Mindwipe just dicks him and goes, he just basically like, nah, fuck it, mate. You're gonna be my head. You ain't gonna have a mind of your own. You will obey me, as you said, powers of darkness.
Yeah. Right, cool. Who did you choose, Rohan?
Well, so I went for what was the real G1.5 range, which is after Generation 1, before Generation 2. And I'm going to tell you a little story. So at this time, I was really getting into Transformers because it was, 1988, 1989. And I was about that sort of age, 4 or 5 years old, where I could actually appreciate them. So my parents took me down to Debenhams in Hounslow, and they had a whole bunch of Transformers which they were getting rid of, and one of the ones we picked up, which is quite rare today, is one of the Lightformers, specifically named Iron Fist. So who remembers this character? Anybody?
I think
Iron Fist. I liked him in Spider-Man Iron Fist.
Yep. I'm sure you did, Alexis. I got a picture of him here. This is what he looked like. So he's a Humvee, and he's got a targeting system. And the whole gimmick of the Lightformers was within the targeting system. You can see there on the right-hand side was a little light beam that would shoot towards its target when you pressed the button, and at the same time the gun would also sort of make a gimmick where it would fire as well. And he's become so rare now to get both parts of the Transformer. It's over £100, I believe, to get him complete. He's got light up eyes and everything that's cool about the early 90s, that silly color scheme for the feet and the contrast to the Desert Storm look. Yeah, exactly. And his adversary Deathwing, the Decepticon Jet, who also had this massive gun pack on top of him. They were just very cool figures. So yeah, that's my pick for my G1.5 character.
You could release him again as Hind, couldn't they? I don't think the Braun aesthetic would work. I think Hind would be better.
Although there might be a little bit of confusion with detritus. No batteries, all built in. Actually, you just
I was gonna say, like, yeah.
I'll show you next time you come around. It's really cool. You just press the little button and then.
I'm really getting quite excited about they own a complete Iron Fist now, and didn't realise it was worth £100.
Yeah, well over £100.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't sound anything like that, Rohan.
Well,
I've learned something new. Iron Fist, I knew it was the Marvel one. So
can I also just answer Paul's question in the way in which Paul had actually phrased it? So if I were to pick a character based on G1.5 as Paul has imagined it, then I would pick from the Headmasters as well, Punch Counter Punch, for two reasons. One, because he's good and bad, just like me, and also because
you really believe that.
Yeah, everybody does now. Come around the bad guy. He's also got such a cool alt mode. It just reminds me of James Bond's car. I don't know why. It looks a bit like a Lotus. But yeah, it's just a very cool figure. And actually, conceptually, the first time we'd seen this kind of dual-faced kind of character who could switch from Autobot to Decepticon properly. I know we had Skyfire at the beginning of the series, but he actually physically changed from an Decepticon to an Autobot. Whereas obviously Punch Counter Punch was a spy in that way. He would work for both sides. So yes, that would be my pick for Paul's question.
I love clunge, counter clunge. Yeah.
I just love the fact that me and Rohan were prepared with the answer, the true answer, and then what Paul thought.
Have to be done, right?
Hey,
in the rebirth as well, when you saw him,
so well.
You didn't know, like I didn't know if he was good or bad. Like, he goes, I hear my Decepticon account's nearby. He's real nearby. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is he a good guy or a bad guy? Like, you're never sure. Right? I guess.
They never explained that part, did they? They said a counterpart, like,
just transformed.
A normal thing. Yeah.
In Headmasters again, it does explain he's a good guy, but he does reveal a little bit of the Autobot secrets, enough to keep the Decepticons on the side. But then really, he reveals he's the one that reveals Galvatron's master plan. When Galvatron's becoming this ultra being, like, he's the one, and it's like, if it wasn't for him, the Headmasters wouldn't be able to know where his weak spot was, which is his head. Like, I mean, like, my head's my weak spot. Like, I'm a balls, but
after you've had a few, definitely, yeah.
Right.
Still do dance offs, mate. Still can do a dance off. Which was
I've seen your moonwalking.
So I didn't. So G1.5, right? So if I was going to go, what I had as a child, it would have been Turbo from the who was the leader of the Autobots in the. I've still got the toy upstairs, right? I love the little missile firing. He was mine. But I guess if I was going to go now, it's G-Axis. I guess, like, he's like this guy here. Ow, fucking light. Again, I don't know anything about this guy, but I just every time Jamie and Annie talk about
Generation 2 though.
Oh, is it? Okay. Turbo.
You had it right. Yeah. I was shocked at that. I was like, what the fuck? He's actually answered the question. But I was like,
Turbo. I just like the I love the look at the car. I like the way that his gun folded up to become his engine in that mode as well. I liked his beefy shoulders. Out of all the Turbo Masters. I didn't quite like Thunder Clash. I thought Thunder Clash was a bit too. He was like trying to be Prime, and I thought Turbo was naturally cool. I thought like he wasn't trying to be cool. He just looked cool. I love the concept. I think the other ones had the red truck, the white sports car. The white sports car came close, and then the other one as well, which I think was a minivan. I can't remember. But Turbo for me was the one. Now, if I'm answering Paul's question, my favorite.
Double foreplay.
I know more about Transformers than you do.
My favorite would have been Snapdragon at the time. I really like Snapdragon. I had him as a child. He was my favorite headmaster. I just felt he was. I mean, I did like the wanky bit in the rebirth where he like chewed Daniel. You think he'd bite him in half? Fuck those.
I like to be the hot children. That's when I got me excited.
Like Snapdragon to me, like he just seemed like. I mean, he's a dinosaur. He's a big jet. He's a big robot. He just seemed like quite unstoppable, right? At all the modes, right? To me, he was. I loved his as a toy. I always used to have him in like a third like secret mode, which was you got his robot legs out, his dinosaur legs, and his dinosaur arms. And he was like a 4-legged, 2-armed beast, like I think what is that? Like a fiend, shall we call him? I thought that was quite cool. So Snapdragon has always been my favorite in Paul's G1.5. Thank you.
Thank you for being so condescending. Right, for my one.
With love.
So, as the only person actually knows what G1.5 is,
of course, yes,
I went for Turbocharger Blackout, which I think of all the G1.5 toys is so high. No, I'm joking. It's not him. The Monster Bots, not G1.5.
I think they are.
Yeah,
I would suggest, because they came on the classics gold packaging. They're in that range.
I got it right. I went for Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
Firefly. So I got him in Australia. And I remember opening on the plane, he had those little accessories, including that finger banger, which is why is the middle finger the only one which is articulated? He snapped off quite soon, but take him on the plane and making sure I kept all his bits together. I just thought the Transformer looked so cool, the actual Firefly, not the pretender mold. Real item, and his almost really cool as well. I liked it that you could set up the backpack. You could put the gun on it, and he could like use it as a turret as well. And you could even involve the massive finger fist as well. And it was sad because it's probably my last pickup I remember from Transformers. My parents gave me. After this, this was after Micromasters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at the back end. Yeah.
End.
Right. This is right at the end. This is when after this, the next thing which probably hit me was probably Beast Wars, and I wasn't interested. This was my last memory, my dying ember of the Transformers memory. So yeah, just it was kind of sad, but I loved him. I never ever saw any others because I don't think it came out in Europe, did it?
Very, very hard to get. They were available in Italy. I picked up the whole set with Gigi packaging, so Italian packaging, and very, very hard to get. Rare as teeth.
His finger. You say his finger broke off. Is it still inserted in you, or have you removed it?
Still lodged up there.
I love that you're thinking of 10-year-old me with a finger up my bum. Disturbing. But no,
you had to go that dark, didn't you?
Oh God.
Friday night. Right. Cool.
No.
We doing honourable mentions or no?
Yeah, honourable
mentions.
Honourable mentions.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I've got a
definitely for me, my honourable mention would have to be Weird Wolf. He to me was almost like the sort of like mirror image of Mind Wipe in that awesome robot mode, and then an awesome alt mode, which that sort of robotic wolf. And I think it helped because you had those those book adventures which you were reading out in Rohans Corner, Rohan, where you had those characters at the forefront of the adventures and Nebulous. So not only did you have the comic, you also had the cartoon, and you also had those books pushing those characters forward. And I absolutely loved Weird Wolf, and it was the colours, you had Mind Wiper with all that shiny red and, dark red, Weird Wolf, that white and this sort of yellow and blue. And it was just absolutely brilliant to have. And yeah,
I love the
Who
fact
would win
that
the
he's got a
fight?
sword for his tail and
Sword.
sword.
Who would
You
win in
would-
the fight? Word Wolf or Carnivac?
Ooh.
In Wolf mode.
Carnivac, just because Carnivac's not an idiot. You know, Weird Wolf wasn't the brilliant. It wasn't the brightest. And to be honest, I preferred the way Weird Wolf was drawn in the cartoon and was drawn in the comics and the books. Other than the comic they kind of made him more like a Ravage almost size sometimes, and I didn't really like that. You know, Weird Wolf to me was a big monster bot who was the shape of a wolf. You know, so that to me is my sort of Weird Wolf.
Very cool.
One thing I've always thought about, and not for tonight again, but be pretty cool. You know, what was it called? The one at the end of season 3, called the Primitives.
Yep.
Can you imagine what if there was a new Call of the Primitives post Headmasters? Which
many more characters.
Yeah. How many more would you have in it, right? Also, what's in the Decepticons?
Loads.
That'd be good to have another one of those, right? Like,
I'm surprised actually they didn't utilize that storyline in Beast Wars, because it kind of lends itself really well to Beast Wars, doesn't it? But yeah, then I guess that they were all primitives at that stage. So
I'm just going to share a picture. Can you guys see that?
Not yet.
No, wait a minute. I'll see if I can share it a bit better. Then let's see.
He's gonna harass on us. Can you guess what it is yet? Still can't see it, mate.
I'll see that. See if that works better.
It's Jamie's Toys in window.
Share screen.
Do you want a drum roll?
So, and there, add to screen.
Way.
Yeah.
Nice.
So basically, yeah, that's not the picture I want to share. That's it. Mind wipe. You know.
I was like, that's not Weird Wolf. It's a Weird Wolf, but it's not weird.
Well, it's funny you should mention that's not a Weird Wolf, because he is.
Hey. Look at that cannon.
You know.
So
that actually two iconic characters, the modern versions, and obviously you've got Skull Cruncher.
Yes, very cool.
And that's real water.
Yeah.
Not the mirror.
Amazing photo that is.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a lot from that. But yeah, you know, water does spill and get anywhere.
Go back to Weird Wolf a second. Just roll back one more. He looks like a Protoceratops. Sorry. If no one knows what that is, it's a one-horned dinosaur. It's a one-horned dinosaur. Looks like a Triceratops, but obviously proto means one.
It almost looks like puppy version because he's got big, huge, ridiculous paws, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. Titans Return. I thought he was an absolutely amazing figure. Really, really good.
But yeah, I think they're pretty cool. It's good to actually have the sort of modern versions of those sort of three iconic sort of beast type figures.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So who's your honorary mention, Rohan?
Well, I've got a picture here. I'm going to share my screen, and it is a third-party custom set that was done by our friend of the show, Nathan Croak. These are the accelerators, which I know that there have been quite a few comments in the chat about missing Turbo Fire in the picture. Obviously, I put him in later, but I had Scram as a kid, and I loved it. The fact that, you know, the engine was his gun, and it was all encompassing in the figure, and the same was true of the whole set of the four of them. And they're funky colors, and they're, you know, street cars that can go fast. I didn't really know much about the characters because I don't know if they were in the comics, but they obviously weren't in the cartoon series. But I just really like the accelerators, and you know, I'd really love it if Hasbro did updated versions of them.
They came with a little comic, didn't they, as well? Like a little, the cart. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they came with like a little 6-page comic where they actually battled against. It almost like paired them off against a Decepticon.
Did Nathan not do a little comic for you for each one?
I feel absolutely, you know, shortchanged now. I'm going to go and knock on Nathan's door.
Fraudulent bastard. Custom until you do that.
Yeah. The way you, there's two ways you can manage it, Rohan. First way is you can go on to Show Z and use code TF Show. Second way is you can go on to Primetime Toys TFCon and buy a ticket to TF UK Con next year.
Yes.
I think the tickets are available now, just £35. I think it's on the 13th of May.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I've already bought my ticket for TF UK.
So have I. And we bought it. I'm going. Cannot wait. Can't wait to see you guys there. This is going to be awesome.
I was
Right.
so excited, you do.
And just one shameless little plug. If anybody is going, there's been in the chat. If anybody is going to Roll Up Roll Call, come say hello. I'd love to see you.
Yeah, it's people
And your
going.
cash.
Yeah.
My
money.
honorary mention would be the sorry, just an honorary mention, Paul. You've been away for about 10 minutes having the poo. So my honorary mention wouldn't be Ian, but I do love the man. Would be the Power Master Prime that we didn't get in Return of Optimus Prime, but you spot on the box art, it was this fucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I got to the end of it, I was like, hang on, where's the? I loved it, but hang on. So my only mention is the PM Prime that we wanted in the Return of Prime. I know it was Jimrai.
Did we ever get an animation version of him, even in the crappy Japanese cartoon?
Jimrai. It wasn't Prime. It was Jimrai.
Yeah.
It was Jimrai.
Different
Why
character.
did they call it a different name?
Because it wasn't him. So
I think in Japan they created him as a new character, but then Hasbro imported him as Prime.
Correct. So Marvel Comics, it obviously was PM Prime, but in the Japanese continuity, the actual Transformers were shells, and it was the Power Masters themselves which powered the shells, and it was actually the humans. Now, again, spoiler alert: Mega and Giga, who not Mega Giga, so Dreadwind and Darkwing, they're Power Masters. They merged with the entity to become actual Transformers at the end. They became more powerful. They still got dicked on by God Jimrai, but they became proper Transformers at the end. And at the end, God Jimrai did become. At the end, all the Transformers became Transformers themselves because all the power they absorbed into the entity, when they defeated the entity, got released because he was trying to use it to power up himself and become one himself. They got released, and all the humans then, who were powering the Transformers, became normal humans again. And all the Transformers then became normal Transformers. So all the Decepticons fled. You didn't see them again. But all the Autobots then became custodians and like guardians and policemen of the universe.
I mean, this is a slightly controversial thing, but in Marvel UK Comics, was Optimus Prime really Optimus Prime anymore? Because he had died very early on in G1 series and was stored in a floppy disk where they made a backup copy. So he wasn't the original Optimus Prime, meaning that you're basically left with a shallow copy. And then obviously he died later again, and he had a part of his personality, and it's high tech, isn't it?
High Q, yeah.
Thank you. And then he then became Optimus Prime, which was a gruesome way to go, it seems, I think, when all the metal parts started attaching to him and stuff like that. But
that was pretty,
So did we actually ever have an Optimus Prime, which means that the Optimus Prime that Hot Rod murdered cold-bloodedly, against Megatron, wasn't actually the Optimus Prime, so it didn't matter. It was a puppet. I don't know.
I think you've got to ask yourself, Jamie. You're correct. I think if anyone who downloads their whole brain onto a floppy disk, so, is that really a whole brain? Or
how many good images could you get on that? Because I don't know.
What does a floppy disk hold? About 32 megabytes.
Kilobytes.
Not even that.
Right.
Oh,
you wouldn't even get one line in a high quality picture these days.
Porn in the 80s.
1.44 megabytes.
Well, yeah, because I remember the hard disk was 3.5, wasn't it? Because it was like, yeah. And then
this
you went
before my time, by the way.
Whatever.
Cool. Okay. Right. Awesome. That's a really good point, Dan. Let's move on to the discussion, which the discussion is this week. It was going to be, on the chat, I looked back, so I thought we spoke about this. And the only thing we spoke about was, what's the ugliest girl you fingered as the discussion. And in my head, I thought we'd got to a good place. We didn't. We left it at that. So the discussion tonight is next year, 2024. What do you want to see? What do you want coming from Hasbro? What do you want third party? What's the step up? Is it going to be... So are we done with Legacy? Are we done with all those Transformers? Are we moving on to something else? Do you want something a little bit more specific? Do you want something a little bit more streamlined? And what about third party? Third party's done all... What?
Are we done with collecting? Is there a Transformer we haven't got? Like, there's so many little holes to fill, right?
Well, this is it. That's why I want to ask you guys. What do you think? of next year, what would make you happy? Look at Jamie's background. Now, if you're a mainline collector, there's probably most of the Transformers you've ever wanted are represented fairly well. We know some of them are a bit ski-whiff, but generally, you'd say 75% of the Transformers are fine. They obviously Hasbro are not going to go and release specifically more fembots because of course he does. But they're not going to re-release all those. So, what are you guys? What would you want from next year?
Photobots, and I feel like at this point Hasbro are just trolling people now, because this is what the people really want. They want the Photobots. We've had Goldbug, we've had Chase. You've got the molds out there which can easily be done. We want the Photobots, and we deserve the Photobots. And it's like Hasbro just, I don't know, they're playing some evil, twisted game, which makes me think they're a night coven of witches or something like that, because any normal, reputable company would have given us Photobots by now. So something's afoot, and we need to investigate.
Respect all the witches out there, by the way.
You keep going.
Especially if Paul's fingered you because you're ugly.
Ooh.
I never once said I fingered an ugly girl. I just said that's where the discussion was.
I think it was at that point when you asked that question that no one replied. Wonder why that was.
Because in my head, I thought we got to the. I thought we'd got to the discussion. I thought someone had said like, "Let's do something sensible," and I'd gone, "Yeah, that's great." And then when I looked back, no, we all laughed at that, and then no one.
Because I made a fucking joke.
Yeah, Alexis said, "What about the boys?" I think I'd plenty of boys.
You did. You said you spend your youth finger blasting boys.
Wow. Oh dear.
You're worried about Firefly's finger falling off. What about yours? Show me your fingers. Is there still 10?
I got all 8 fingers.
Oh, you look like you're from Norfolk.
Right. All 8 fingers. All 8 fingers.
Sure shot. Lots of people saying sure shot. Lots of people saying throttle bots. Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. It's coming, isn't he?
Borders, dude, we don't need a new Sandstorm. It's fucking good. Sandstorm's like one of the best characters. Do you know what we don't have a best characters of? Photobots.
Yeah, but
oh dear. No, I'd like a new cartoon accurate Sandstorm. The IDW one is very good. I totally agree.
Cartoon accurate Sandstorm was pish. Yeah. It was like a fucking little midget.
Springer was not better than Thrilling 30 Springer.
No. I'd like some. If I'm going third party, just to represent, I'd like to see the Power Masters, the 3 cars, because obviously we've had the two jets from Transformers, whatever it's called. God,
you gave a good answer there.
I'd like to have the Power Masters. I think the fans hobby do. I'd like to see MMC do more Power Masters. I think MMC they dipped into that, but. They did it. Did they do it because it was a cheeky mold of Deathsaurus, or are they actually going to do more? I'd like to see DX9 come back. I thought DX9 came back and did their version of Legends version of Double Dealer. DX9, obviously. Jamie, have you opened that Rodimus I gave you? Yeah.
No, I've not even dared touch it, to be honest. I'm just scared.
Matt's comments. Matt, like, if they've done the Pretenders, but done properly really good Pretenders, like really good shells, articulated, with a really good robot inside it, I'd be up for that.
I never fully understand why they say they can't do it. I don't understand it.
They'll do it. They will at some point when they keep
run
coming
out
with
an excuse. And the excuse is never articulated. It's like, oh, we can't do it because of blah, blah, blah. They never seem to say the reason. It's like we've lost sound. Unfortunately, we can't go back and repeat what we just said.
Yeah, you know what? Next year we're going to do the potatoes, but the challenge is tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that too now. You're like, what the fuck?
I think we've already mentioned some of the good stuff that we'd like to see. The G1.5 bots. I think we'd like to see updated versions of all the G1.5
Is that the true
bots.
G1.5 bots?
The true G1.5 bots, not the ones that we've already had.
And something else. Andy said that thing. I'm looking forward to a discussion about throttle bot. I was like, all right. What do you mean by that? I just put a heart emoji on it because I didn't know what he was saying. Now I do understand why.
Jamie is always talking about throttle cocks.
Jamie was obsessed with the throttle.
More chases, more dolls. I don't think they've done enough dolls. I think we need some more
human characters. One other thing I'd love to see, which again was mentioned on the show not too long ago, a mask crossover. So all the masked vehicles that transform into robots, and again, Nathan's done some great conversions of some of the characters there. Yeah, exactly. There, Thunderhawk, lovely. And of course, I've got to give a last shout out just before I get kicked to the GoBots, who definitely we need to see.
It was great.
Oh man, I'd love some GoBots, please.
The GoBots.
You say you have loved GoBots.
Tank looks awesome. Yeah, if only Hasbro could do just the main 6 characters, the main 3 Renegades and Guardians, I'd be so happy.
One thing I wouldn't want is I wouldn't want a restart on the Hasbro mainline. I wouldn't want them to go right. We're going to start with G1 again. I want them to do something with it. Yeah, like Netflix Prime's so good. So many Primes have come out after it. I can't see many of them being better than that one. But it'd just be nice if they went for a new movie and started again. Not a live action, a cartoon movie, but really well drawn. Transformers, the movie too. And just picked up with Hot Rod and stuff and then started that line again. And yes, you'll get another Hot Rod, you'll get another RC and stuff. But I don't mind spending £10-15 more. You can get rid of Masterpiece, call this like the new Masterpiece line. Not as expensive, but just a little bit cheaper. Like £50-60 a figure, but really articulated, really good figures. And it's all about this new movie. That's not going to happen. But
I think that's a good idea, and it's almost like, I mean, I'm not going to go off too much on a tangent. It's almost related to that. In fact, I would say it's very related to. I would like a good movie, but I would like good writing, but I would also like it to be advertised where they know who the fan base actually is, because there's all the talk about Miss Marvel, the Marvels bombing just now. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny because no one likes to see a film because it's spectacularly fail, which it has done.
What's failing? The new Marvel film? With the...
the Marvels, because hand in heart, most people who have criticised it as bad writing and awful direction, blah, 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 have actually liked some of it. They actually say it's almost like a Disney film for children. And if you went to it with that sort of look on, they said it's actually quite sort of enjoyable in some bits. And like, the sort of Miss Marvel character, not the overpowered Marvel, they say she really sells her character and is really quite good. But what I'm saying is that film had no idea what its fan base was, because it's not the comic industry, because the Marvel's comics always fail and do well and don't have a massive fan base. And it's not like Barbie, where Barbie knew who its fan base was, which was the women. It's like the Marvels were almost selling itself to women who just weren't interested. And what they've done is they've alienated the fan base that probably should have went to support them. And there's a lot of people I was in the comments going, "Oh, it's failed because men are not supporting it." Well, it's not for the freaking men. What about the women who should have went to go to see it? So, and it's a pity because in all accounts, I think a lot of people actually say it's actually not a bad film. There's other films which have done better, which have been awful. So I would like a Transformers movie written well, but to have good PR, not crap PR, and to know what its fan base is, and not try to be everything, because I think we've discussed this many a times. There's so many different universes of Transformers there, it covers everything, and they do it well. I think once you lose track of what you're doing, and start listening to focus groups and stuff on Twitter, because there's that new relaunch, isn't it, cartoon Transformers coming out.
1,
yeah, and I want that to be left alone, and I don't want people like me who want G1 loyalty, because I just think in some ways we would start to give them impossible goals. And in many respects, I want to see this franchise continue and grow, and I think I would like as Paul said, Hasbro to start again, sort of a new movie and move forward. And I think maybe the best thing they can do is leave it to creative people and leave us fans out of the process. Because I think, because I think we'd have the best will in the world, but we might hold it back.
It could work, and it says what you're saying, Jamie, the way you want it to work. because you've still got the same. You could set it up as well, like and what Paul wants as well. Because if you think about what's there, who was the big bad? It was Unicron in the movie, right? And obviously Unicron's head, parts of him are still there. Only takes some mad scientist or someone who's a loyalist or someone who's like I'm trying to think the right word, right? A fanatic who could actually then take parts of him and work out a way to actually bring him back. And you'd have almost like a new cast of unsung heroes who aren't heroes, like a rabble, and then bring them together to try and defeat the new Unicron. And like it could work, right? And it'd be like set in the future. There's something I've watched an anime recently. I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil it because it's only just come out a couple weeks ago. Like it's been on.
I'm joking.
No. It's all right, fine. Okay, so it's been going on for 10 years. Attack on Titan. The ending I felt was quite prolific. And I thought I was like, oh yeah. If you watch Attack on Titan, watch the end. Watch the end of the credits. Watch the end of the credits. It's quite interesting. But I think it leaves things open in a way, and it's like okay, that's quite interesting. And it's almost like I think obviously he came back in Starscream's Ghost or the Ghost Machine, like where obviously he brought him back. And obviously Unicron still has power. He's like an entity, right? So. As you said, you could have that. You could write that.
I just don't know. I like the idea of a ragtag of people. It's almost like background characters saving the day, and no one else being aware of it because that's been done quite well. And I think that's a movie trope which has not been done enough of now. And I think something like Unicron, but I think you want an iconic villain to come in, not someone that's a carbon copy of Unicron. You might as well just do Unicron again, like you say, bring him back. Or bring another equally evil swine, something which is, for example, like the GD comics, the Decepticon version of Primus. He was an evil sword, the Cybertronian Empire, and you can see the ragtag group maybe encountering the Cybertronian Empire and this great evil and putting a stop to him, where the Autobots and Decepticons are still fighting each other, and that ragtag group could be a mixture of Autobots and Decepticons who come together to realize, no, these guys are evil. They're not. They're like a different level of evil. The Decepticons be like, I like to kill a couple of humans, maybe have them in a barbecue with marshmallows, but I don't want to wipe out a whole planet. That's just taking things a bit too far.
The challenge I have with that is that if you have someone who's not the big bad, you always compare him to the big bad, and you go, which one? Is it really the big bad?
Buffy did it. Buffy always had a big bad, which always seemed to work, apart from maybe one season. And I think the big bads were always good because they developed the characters.
But in Buffy, the big bad was the Hellmouth. It was the big bad in Buffy was the Hellmouth.
Do you think now's the time?
It was a master
to get the real big bads.
Really?
And for Hasbro to start doing Turbo Teen models.
It was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team!
Okay, I've seen one flaw of that. One flaw.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Stop asking questions. It's none of your concern.
It's not a question. Why would the government laboratory have a wooden door? That's the only thing I'm saying.
You started with a why. That means it's a question.
Eco-friendly. They've all got to meet their carbon checkpoints, don't they?
So, to your point, Jamie,
it was probably made out of mahogany as well.
We shared on the group yesterday. There was the movie, not movie 2.0, but I think it was like the behind the scenes stories of what happened with the combiners. Why shared the story behind the movie. I think what you're saying is it'd be good to have that and see how something they did directly impacted the outcome of the real movie. Like this event that they did, they were working behind the scenes. You said like unsung heroes working behind the scenes. Something they did that actually helped lead towards.
Yeah, that would be quite cool. Like Unicron was making a backup plan just to bomb something they do, and they stopped it.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite good.
Maybe we should do a fan version.
We can all do voices.
Yeah, hang on, Is there no fans towards the innuendo this week?
Oh, Gator.
jinkies.
Gator. I want some mask. I think my quick Transformers.
Paul didn't hear that, did he?
So cool.
Mask is basically Transformers, but they don't finish and become a robot. The doors just open and go, whoa. Oops. Fires.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
You could
wheels
have
are
just ended
guns.
it. They don't finish. Full stop.
My wheels are flipped. I can now float in water. No, I can't help. I'm drowning. Fuck.
So in case you're wondering in the chat, if you want to know what that wonderful show that Paul shared, it's Turbo Teen. So feel free to Google that.
Did Turbo Teen never have to fill himself up with petrol?
Oh, God.
That must have been a bit awkward.
I'm not sure he would have
Maybe it's
lasted
only milk
very
from
long.
another Turbo Teen. That's the only thing which keeps them going. There's
Veg
a mother
fats.
Turbo Teen.
A mother Turbo Teen.
They feed on her.
Turbo
Right.
Mum.
Turbo Mum. It's one for X Hamster. Thank you very much for watching us tonight.
What's X Hamster?
Sorry.
What's X Hamster? Is that like an X Hamster? It used to be a hamster, but now he's a
Is
rodent.
Go
that
around
like-
in a
is that-
wheel or something.
He's
Was that
a
like
hamster
Animal-
who identifies as a gerbil now. Play
Is it
turbo.
like Animal? Is it like Animal Hospital?
Yeah,
that you
deceased
shared?
hamster.
A bit like that, is it?
You
Don't know what to
exactly what I'm
say.
talking about.
No, I don't. You know exactly what we're talking about.
Dolphin.
Right.
What?
Dolphin one
Graham,
potatoes.
Graham said the mask is brilliant.
Mhm.
Is that like a mask in general or the toy mask? I presume it's the toy.
Graham's gone mad for mask recently.
It's a shame.
There was that,
Especially
no
Yeto's
mask. Oh, there
saying
was.
he's
There was a
fingered a
box
dolphin.
spread. Who
He
has?
or he's seen someone who fingered a dolphin. I don't know. Pistol Yeti, you're a wonderful, strange guy.
Right. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Before we go, just a quick thing. If you had a shameless plug to Joy Toy Warhammer Group, we're giving away this, which is High Marshal Helbrook. He's still sealed. Giving him away. We only get about like 50 people enter our competitions. So literally, if you go to Joy Toy Warhammer Group on Facebook, you've literally got a 1 in 50 chance of winning him. And I think he goes for over 50 pounds.
Oh, if you enter Alexis competition, you would have a 1 in 4 chance because obviously
You will.
Yes.
You will.
That's the
You
one
will.
to go
You
for.
have
1
to
in
pass
4.
the Krypton factor to get to it. Where it's literally in my
Marvel.
competition, you just have to write your name. So different levels of entrance, many barriers on Alexis's. Mine, you just write your name. If you can't do that, probably shouldn't be entering the competition.
And remember, Alexis doesn't check junk mail, so there could be 19 entries, which we'll never know about.
Is junk mail a real
Or
thing?
6, anyway.
Oh, that was like a myth.
Right. Good night. Go to Facebook and join Transformers the Show if you're still there, or go to TFUK.
Do you know what we should try to do? Do you think we could leave it just running, invite the other crazy people on, and I don't know, we'd get arrested for the stuff we chat about?
I think that's.
I like the way. I like the way you say. I like the way you say we.
Yeah, you, just you.
You can try it if you want. I could try it. I could put the link out.
That could be blue.
You wanna
that
get-
could be
The
Jamie
show's
wants
ended,
Violet
so
sky.
don't count from what now happens.
Jamie wants to get
Oh, the show,
on,
okay, the show's finished. Okay, that's the show. See you later. What happens next?
Is
It's a
is
new
this?
experiment.
Fuck's sake!
Boys
It's
from the
great.
show.
Hang on. Do we put trousers back on now?
Oh,
Are you in
God.
trousers tonight?
The trousers are
No, no, I'm not. Sorry.
Oh,
I'll just put them. I'll pull them
please
up. I'll pull
no.
them up. Yeah, they're up-
Alexis
they're
was
up.
talking about sleeping earlier, and I
I
was
like
just
to be
thinking about
Alexis
last week.
cosplayed putting on trousers when he's probably still butt naked.
That's it.
Oh, Ed, this is the show 1.5. You are fantastic, Mr. Ed.
That's it. We'll do it right. If we drop down to 10 watchers, we'll end it. But right now we're at 21, which is a legitimate age. So
Legitimate age 21. You can't get arrested
Consensually.
for that.
It's a consensual age.
Nutters.
Right, the show's finished technically, so I can go get some cheese, can't I?
Oh, you and your cheese.
Technically, have to be here. Or,
Did anyone else think last Saturday when I put on John Barrowman Through the Rain that Pete? I know he didn't want to say it, but he was actually listening, going, he actually wanted to sing it. Did anyone else think Pete actually enjoyed John Barrowman? I made it through the rain.
I just liked the fact that Paul looked very, very good, as if he was a grease extra.
Ooh,
he did.
Our first person who's joining the show, and it's Borders Dude.
Hey, John.
How's it going,
watching
Mr.
myself
John?
on the telly.
John, try and concentrate.
I do that as well. There's nothing like looking into your own eyes when you masturbate.
I knew you were going to come. I was going to say, don't bring up the masturbate. John only did it once.
That you're aware of.
Do you know what's more enjoyable? What's more enjoyable, James? When I wear a mask of your face and I then look in the mirror.
Oh dear.
Well, it's easy when you're just sleeping in your bed, John, and I'm just staring over you.
This is not Transformers the Show 1.5. This is Transformers the Show After Dark.
You go Jason Bourne, it's like your phone goes, "You're tired, John. Get some sleep."
You have to have the secret code to join in.
Oh, fucking light! The light's here, by the way, because I'm doing stars. I'm doing stars. So everyone's wondering what I'm doing. I'm doing the Star Saber at the moment. I'm doing the Star Saber as my that's my thing. That'll be.
Thank God, he is wearing trousers. I was worried.
That's the next video.
Oh God,
no. So this light here, because I want to try and maintain as much of my set as possible. Because if I move things, then when I do a video, it looks really odd. Right. I try and do a seam. So I don't. So trick with. I don't know you guys do it when you do videos. I don't edit or cut share. I just fucking just add the videos and done. One take. That's it.
Knew
that. Okay. Good.
Knew that.
One take. One take.
I like the way Andy does his
1
video.
6-hour take.
Andy just goes like, yeah, we're going to use this tablecloth from the 1970s. Fuck this modern stuff. Yellow polka dot, yeah, that will do.
No, Andy.
That's
Poor
it.
Andy. Yeah.
Poor Andy, yeah. And Andy is not with us tonight because he's out picking his next apothecary.
What's the fuck is an Irishman doing in the Caribbean? Mick Keelan and burned to death. You probably read already. A chili pepper running around screaming.
He likes to live dangerously.
Did you get on the wrong plane, Mick?
This isn't Iceland. Don't push me out the plane. No, you don't understand. I'm Irish. I'll burn. No. It's nighttime. Not dark enough. No. No.
Oh, we've got another entrance.
Oh,
Hey, I'm on the telly. Fuck
yeah.
Damn, my fist is stronger than I
wearing
thought.
trousers as well.
Bisto's in action mode.
Yeah, I'm fucking everything over here.
It's like when you watch a soap opera, like EastEnders or Hollyoaks or anything, whatever you want, right? And it was the camera moved, oh, action scene because it's moving camera. You do something was going to go down.
Can't stand that.
You look like a porn extra who just doesn't know why he's here. No, I don't know.
He's come to fix the photocopier. Wait.
I'm here.
But he just stays and watches. I love that. That was Friends, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
for many people who might know, Bristol Yeti's actually got a review channel, which I recommend you do not watch because I watch this stuff and he's so good and he tells you lies. I bought this helicopter for G.I. Joe. Listening to his review, thinking it'd be brilliant, and it was pish, man. It was the worst fucking thing I'd ever got. Awful. I spent about 30 quid on that.
It was less than £30 per value. You won't get a better helicopter that'll fit a classified figure.
Is it the only one?
Guys, the contender has entered the ring. I feel like it's turning to the
Who is it?
Royal
Who is it?
Rumble.
It's the Royal Rumble.
And it is Ric
What
Flair of the Transformers
Bisto,
world.
Bisto, what you want to do, Bisto?
Right,
Next time you
Stone Cold Austin.
Just sell whatever you're pitching, Jane, before it goes live, and go, Jamie, I'll give you a discount on this wonderful device.
He's actually got the belt as well. Go on, Moff, show us the belt.
You're on mute, Moff.
Doesn't Graham look like a WWF?
You're on mute, Moff.
Yeah, he does.
I think he does.
Moff's on mute. Yeah. Probably for the best, to be honest.
That could be a new show.
Hello.
Moff on mute.
Hello.
There we go.
Moff on mute.
Are you still touring? Are you back? Are you back home now?
He looks like he's back.
He's
Back
got
home,
no
mate,
sound.
back home.
How was your tour
Alexis,
of the United Kingdom?
let Graham make noises with his mouth, and then you pretend to be Graham. Do a Scottish accent.
All right, go on,
I
Graham.
can hear him.
Mouth,
I can hear
mouth,
him. Can you hear me?
I'll.
Yeah,
Hello,
I can hear
hello.
Hear me now?
To be sure.
Hear me now, Jamie.
Highly offensive accent.
Is that not Scottish?
David Cameron will be next in.
What, tonight? Like next
Yeah.
tonight?
He's going to join our cabinet.
Oh,
He's the
That's
celebrity
Ed's joke.
this
Not
year's
mine.
Royal Rumble,
oh,
and he's going to knock out Borders.
Slow down, John. Fuck me, mate. Let's save some of that Scottish water for the rest of us.
No.
Iron Brew.
Fuck off.
Iron Brew. I called it.
I do extra.
Extra's better than the
man.
original stuff nowadays.
What's extra? What's
What
extra
do you
about
do?
it?
The original stuff anymore. It's been
Alexis,
outlawed
it's you
because
when you
it
look
had
in the
too much
mirror.
sugar.
It's got extra less sugar in it.
Yeah.
More brew.
Alexis'
More
hair.
brew.
Extra.
Get cannabis in it or something like that. Some secret ingredient.
I don't know what's in his hair, but it's standard on it. Like,
My friend's dog had to go to the vets because he couldn't walk for 2 days, neurological, and they weren't
What did
sure.
you do to it?
They were recovered, and then they were chatting to their neighbour, and the neighbour went, "Oh yeah, my dog had the same thing, right?" They took their dog to the vet.
Dogs are not like dolphins, are they?
They made their dog sick. Apparently, because they got on the same walks. Apparently, the dog pukes up cannabis resin. So it's like, oh, so the other dog didn't puke. So they were like, oh, so your dog's now an addict.
So you're saying that dog's a drug dealer?
No, the dog ate resin or ate something on its walk. So obviously, he smelt it.
A drug dealer.
Wow.
How the hell did it pick up cannabis on its walk? I think your friend is dodgy.
Yeah.
What must have happened in a normal dog walk? Because cannabis just lying everywhere in these streets these days.
I don't know.
Streets are lined with resin.
Yeah, cannabis resin. Yeah, as you're licking the pavement.
So yeah, dog couldn't walk. Neurological, they said the dog couldn't walk for 2 days. So
what do you mean neurological? It was fucking high on cannabis.
No, but the second vet, obviously, when they made the dog puke, realised that the first vet with the first dog, they just said like, "Well, we'll just monitor him for 2 days." Like, so they didn't do any tests. So.
Oh, like I'll put the phone on. Where did you get the cannabis, boy? Where did you get it?
I was walking the other day. I smelt, marijuana in the air, and a bike went past, and we were over Taplow Riverside, and I looked at some guy was walking on. I looked at him and I said, "Do you smell that as well?" I go, yeah. We both looked at him. We thought that guy on the bike. I thought, is he? And then we heard this, and like these teenagers were playing music by the river.
That was me and my car mate.
And then we smelled it, and then the smell was still there, and we're like, "Oh my god, idiots!" Right? Like, if you're doing that, why are they drawing attention to themselves? Like, and then smoking. It's like, because like the smell's bad enough, right? Because you can smell it everywhere, and yet then they're playing loud music. They're playing loud music to be conspicuous. It's like, if you're going to do
is that why you've got that hairstyle? Are you going to try to block some of the
What's wrong? What's wrong with
I'm the latest kid. I've just moved in, homies.
It's the cannabis. It's making it stand on end.
Paul has hair like mine. He had hair like mine last week. He was, you had hair up.
He didn't have hair like
you. He's saying that I'm the only.
I wish I had hair like yours.
Yeah, no one's got hair like that. I don't.
Unless you go to Turkey.
Yeah, I might join you.
What, Turkey?
Yeah,
What?
just go to Turkey and come back like a.
With new teeth.
Like what,
Rohan,
the
did you get Blast Off? Magic Square Blast Off?
I haven't got him yet. He's
sorry,
on
I've literally
order.
pressed
So
the button on the comment that you put
right.
whilst asking you.
No,
Stuart's
shows he sent out an email this week.
They
It's
did.
been delayed. It's been delayed,
Yep.
unfortunately. Did any of our friends of the show, Prime, Time Moth, Bisto, or Borders, did you get any pickups this week you want to share or divulge at all?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got so many pickups because of my trip.
Chlamydia.
Yeah,
Too
I've
many.
seen some of them.
Syphilis. It's always a good one. The
I
old
got
ones.
I got a
This is
Frankentron.
Frankentron, yeah.
I like that blast effect's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Purple.
Fucking
Purple
hell.
goodness.
That's a cool blast effect.
That needs to go on Galvatron.
That's well, that must be like the ultimate toy.
I'm surprised. That's one thing. I'm surprised the Hasbro don't do like just a blast effects set, like that sort of like battle, almost like a battle set. Where you get
Is it because
explosions and
the plastic destroys the toys?
I don't know.
Doesn't it?
Does
Yeah,
it?
it kind of
The
does.
effects destroy the toys, yeah. If they stay in too long, it like rubs off the paint or something.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. Mm.
So if someone left us one in the Star
paint.
Saber for 2 weeks, that would be bad.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Jamie,
he did
Jamie,
it, you knob.
Jamie, don't have a heart attack.
Oh no! Don't.
No, he's gonna
It's out
cry.
now. I'm taking it out now.
That makes all the benefit.
I got this guy.
See, when I say it on, has been played with. Oh,
Is that the McFan's Toys one?
It
not
is.
McFan's
Well,
Toys.
Doctor Who. Suppose
Yeah,
it was.
Doctor Who. Magic.
so that's why you
Mechanic
said you
Studio.
wanted a new version of that
No, I want a proper.
for no reason because you already had a
Generation
Sandstorm.
version.
Why? You've already got a third party one. We don't have anything good for Autobots, do we? No.
Party throttle, but
Well, a Carnivac.
Look,
That's what we want.
between the three,
You know what?
between the three,
Sorry,
we've got all three modes. Rohan, you've got robot.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the dudes, you've got helicopter, and I've got
chopper.
box.
Chocolate box. That is about as good as the vehicle mode is, though, the buggy mode.
And I did get Fans Toys Jive from Primetime Toys, and they're wonderful. Black Friday sale. But it's
Half price.
Well,
What's that
quite.
Black Friday? Can you explain what that is? Can you explain what's the Black Friday sale on Primetime Toys? Can you explain what that is, please?
Go to the Primetime Toys website and find out for yourself, you lazy bastard.
Oh, see,
Now, if there was ever a
That-
setup,
that-
there it is.
that type of language is impossible for this dude. You always wear.
Ooh, who's coming into
we
the
saw
Royal
him,
Rumble?
well, we saw him at TF Nation.
There's a new
We were all
one.
there when
Drew
Borders
is in the
flipped
chat.
the table, didn't he?
Oh,
Then we
hey.
flipped the table with all the drinks.
Drew Bob.
And I knew then he was dark.
That was it.
Yeah.
Alexis told me he flipped the table first, and I had to copy him.
Yeah.
Santa Claus himself.
To be honest, it was Graham who flipped the table.
No, and,
Jamie.
and you framed Alexis, you naughty boy.
Oh, no.
It was easy. He was a drunken fool at the time.
Oh,
You know,
God.
even my wife thought it was me. You bastard.
Bisto.
So what was an Omega Lock got early? Was that Bruticus? Omega Lock got Bruticus. I guess that's the Legends Bruticus.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they get Blast Off from Magic Square?
I can
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
I can check while we're chit chatting away. How are you, Drew?
All right.
Long time no see. Keeping
It's
well.
there. You can add it to cart. You can add it to cart now. £55 plus
Oh, it's in
£5
stock.
postage.
Nice.
Do I cancel my Shozy and go there?
Oh, but you can't do that. You're supporting Josie.
I am supporting Shozy. I do actually. No, the reason I ask is because I do actually have something to pick up. I've got the Japanese version of Bond James from Extra Handspots. I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead. I bought two versions of it, right?
Because the first one was so good. No.
Exactly. And it's like, but I did want him for two different modes, so I can have him in, yeah. Even though he scales with fuck all.
I'm tempted to go roving into my car and let you all hear the exhaust.
Oh, go roving. Yeah.
Who wants to be deafened? Let's do it. Fuck it.
I want to hear it.
Oh, I love Rohan off piste.
Oh, he should have did a live bit with you. Oh.
He will. He will come back in when he's in his car.
We should have walked through Rohan's mansion.
No, it's too far a walk, that is.
Yeah.
So, plus
see what all your money goes to Rohan actually buys.
I've been to Castle
just
Rohan.
downloading Titanic video. I'm going to show you all soon. Can you remember Titanic? Not the film with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Not the film. You mean not the film? You mean the ship?
Yeah, I was there on the ship.
Yeah,
not the ship, the film.
He was on the ship. He was on the ship.
Ghostbusters 2?
No, not the ship.
Back.
No, not Ghostbusters 2. The
Racing
film
the
Titanic, which came in. No, not Raising the Titanic. The film Titanic by James.
Was that Free Willy Free? Is that what it was in?
Titanic by James Cameron. The film in the 90s.
Cameron? You mean what, the Prime Minister?
James Cameron.
James Cameron,
his
Prime
brother,
Minister.
Jimmy C.
No.
Is he going to become? Is that where our apostles come from? Because they've sunk as well, haven't they?
That's where your attitude comes from.
It's a bit daunting.
Rohan, make sure you shut the garage door tonight.
Rohan, drive to McDonald's and see those other car boys there racing their cars. Hang out there for 8 hours.
Are you joking?
Buy one Apple turnover.
Do you know where Rohan lives? There's no McDonald's in that town, mate. He's far too posh.
Oh.
Go to the Waitrose car park, Rohan. The boy racers will be there.
There's a Waitrose. I'll give him that.
And other surprises.
horse races.
With their Bentleys.
You know, when we were driving last week, Rohan goes, "I love Sainsbury's." I said, "Why is that?" He's ripping up at Waitrose.
Rohan's taking his dog in.
Whoa.
Oh.
Dogging corner.
Yeah, dogging alone. The Rohan.
We're down to 16. We've got 16 watches now. We're not quite at 10.
Oh dear.
Rohan, this
really
is
weird.
very exciting.
Like almost like it breaks. It's like I feel like I'm in the Matrix. Is that if I send an email with a file I want, like quite high, say like 15 megabytes on Gmail, and I send it to myself so I can download it. I check my email and it's not there. But then if I go to my sent box on my email, it's there and I can download it before it's turned up. I feel like it's the Schrodinger's email. Really weird. Just me on that one.
Congratulations.
It's
Is
crazy.
that like if you watch a video of yourself masturbating, but you haven't masturbated, you're about to masturbate? Like, it's like you have masturbated, you have come, but like it's Schrodinger's.
I don't have a clue what you said.
When you're a man of science, you'll understand.
With double Rohans.
Whoa.
Man of science.
So many corners.
What happened, Rohan?
So many corners. It's turned into a circle. Rohan, did your neighbours ask you to turn it down?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, his wife came
Again,
out. No.
Again, you haven't into Rohan's estate. He has no neighbours.
While he's getting ready, can we just look at this video? So it's only a minute long. It's taking me about 2 to 3 weeks. I had to book some holidays to do this. This is my recreation of the Titanic, but it's in CGI. You won't know it's CGI, but it's actual CGI.
David Cameron, is it? David Cameron did this.
CGI. I've done a CGI version.
Changed my mind.
That's Jack.
You think you might be expert? Give me your hand.
The music, they hold hands.
Ironically, we've just got like now we've got someone. We've got to 19 points now.
Make her hair bigger.
Step up.
Just the right.
Hold on to the railing. Keep your eyes closed. Don't peek.
Remember, this is
I'm not.
real.
Step up onto the railing. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes closed. Trust me.
I trust you.
I had visions of Saturday night when you were doing that with Alexis on top of a table.
How many viewers
Would you be
now?
interested in an hour and a half version if I'd done the whole film CGI?
Dear God, no.
I think it's just.
Was Alexis the hair model you used for that?
Put it to the people. Put it out there and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what you do. Great.
I think if you make it any more, it'll ruin how special it really is. But a vote to see if the show on Facebook, see what they say.
You can make a multiverse of it.
Yeah.
A multiverse.
The Titanic multiverse.
What would you change in the end? He was the one who clambered onto this sort of floating bit of wood.
The ship didn't sink. The ship didn't sink.
That was just
the thing. So they all start merging together.
I feel like we're going to see Rohan murdered here.
Ooh. Tune in.
How far away is his car? It's taking 8 minutes now. It'll take me like 12 seconds to get to my car.
He's got a big estate, but it's not that big. It's not that.
He's got to put the bodies away
after
first.
dark.
He's actually in a part of my basement.
Oh, now you can hear the engine.
Is he taking us somewhere?
Oh, he's moving.
So excited. Things we do to hit that 2-hour mark.
You don't.
What the hell is he doing? I know. Yeah, Transformers the show after Pish. No, I don't know.
What's he doing?
You don't get
Rohan,
Radio Free Side.
Rohan, have you engaged the choke?
Oh, hello, doggy.
Oh. Dog action.
Did you say dog action?
I somehow feel like Paul's
dog action, dogging,
Jamie, and use it next week.
Rohan's driving. Eyes off.
He's a mentalist.
Wow.
He is.
Is he going out to meet Huff Hobbies?
Is he going to jump on your
Rohan,
phone?
drive to my house. Rohan, drive to my house. Come pick me up.
That would be amazing live on air. You picking
We'll
up
go
drunk
to-
Alexis.
We'll go honeypot together. Good old times. Sam, I'm going out.
It's been like a
I'm
remake
going
of
out.
Marvel's Life.
Rohan's coming to get me.
Rohan's good.
Rohan should come out and get everyone. We'll just have a massive road trip tonight.
Yeah, drive up, get me.
Just have to make those
Only short drive.
Spots.
An 8-hour drive, that should be okay.
Right, and then he just drops everyone back in reverse order.
How was your
realise
tour
in
of
the
Toy
Gator,
Shop Square?
In the back of my
Oh,
case,
amazing, Jamie. I like absolutely
two
amazing.
hats.
What was your favourite pickup of the week?
This is hat Matt Turner.
Boulder Hill.
What you mean, Matt?
You got the
Tracker?
mask Boulder Hill.
Matt Tracker, is it?
Yeah.
Was that from Leicester Toy Store?
I had two hats in
No,
the back.
it was from Nerd Base. Nerd Base was amazing.
I
That's
bet you
one
would have been
of
a good price. They would have given you Nerd Base. It's quite good.
Yeah, I was really like. That's why I bought it. Like, I had no intention of buying one. All I wanted to do was see one on the trip. Didn't see one at a toy fair, and then we walked at Nerd Base, and there it was. And the price was like, yeah, I can't walk away from that.
I'm trying to think if I've got money, man, in my loft. Pickle. I don't know if I've got a boulder. I used to
How
have a
much
boulder.
did you pay for it? Or do you want to say?
Was it about 100?
55.
Wow, that's really good.
All it was missing, well, it was missing the figures and it was missing the hoses. But the hoses can be replaced, and I already had an Alex Sector, so only missing one figure. So no, it was
Did you
a
have
great
anything
trip.
that you looked at and went, "Oh, how much is that?" And they went, "Da ba da ba da ba," and you gone, "Fuck!" Yeah, that's fine. There was a G1 box there, and I was like, "Oh, do you know what? If it's like 90 quid, I'll get it." And it's like, "How much is that?" It's like £260. It's like, cool.
Yeah. Some of the stalls at the toy fair were way overpriced.
Yeah.
The box,
I love
very much so.
they go, oh, it's this price. I will negotiate. What? Why? It can't go up any higher, can it?
There was one stall I asked about the mask stiletto, and he went, "Hold on, I'll tell you what it's selling on eBay for." And I just went, "I'm not interested." Like, it's I can just go on eBay and buy one, mate. I'm no. If that's your tactic, that's a crazy tactic.
I mean, I know I overpaid for this, but not that much, and I don't care. So yeah.
It looked cool, to be fair, and
yeah,
like when you're at one of these things, like it's different having it in person and just pick it up rather than seeing it online and try to order it and hope it comes in. So no, it was an amazing trip. I'll share some pictures with you, Jamie, like of the stuff I picked up. It was crazy amount of stuff.
I like seeing some of the other toys, like Legions of
Power. We talked about that,
Legions of Power.
Legions of Power.
Yeah. So my grandparents were enablers back in the day, and they were the ones that got the Voltrons and Mantiforce, Legions of Power as well. And I was like, oh shit! So I'm gonna have to ask my mum now about where did the other toys go? Like, don't tell me they've all gone to my cousin, because I'm like, if they've all gone there, I'm like, are you joking? Like, or like. Because I'm the one that played with them the most. Like, all I want to do is just reminisce and show my kids them. Really, that's what I loved about it, right? It's about. I think I've got the gone.
I was going to say, you said Mantiforce there. I never had. It was always one I admired and wanted as a kid, and got one for 30 quid at the toy fair, and was like,
"Oh, did you buy the ship?"
I can see why it was awesome. Yeah.
So I had my grandparents
had the accessories in that.
Yeah. And it was like so cool. And this week's been great. The two boys have just had a great time. Me and my boys just playing with all these old toys, and like I give them all the kind of. So I had a pile of mask stuff that was broken, so I've given them that to break further probably. But see, just getting through the stuff, showing them Boulder Hill and that, like brilliant experience.
There was masks there. I saw the Technodrome, the Turtles Technodrome, which was quite cool. There was I saw one Dino Riders, the Triceratops. It was 95. I'm like, okay, Ethan, the one that I've got in the loft, you're not having that. But I think he actually has got Dino Riders. There was I didn't see Starcom. I thought I'd seen some Starcom.
There was some Starcom. Shadow Rise there, wasn't there?
Space Bridge.
Shadow Rise there. And they're the Minton Box Starmax.
The best thing I saw at the show was the Jerry Anderson thing. Was the Space 1999 stuff. It just looks so brilliant, and I was thinking, but I don't like how they don't have prices on stuff.
No,
I know.
Yeah. That
they
whole
size you up, and they want to try it on them. Really,
so Drew, you're correct. Everyone we asked the price for went looked up and down and went, "What trains you got on? What top you got on?" They went and they gave you a price. And then the first thing they do is see your eyes, and then they go, "Oh, I'll negotiate." And straight away they're half the price. It's like they do. Everyone tried it on there, so which was frustrating.
I mean, there's some really good people out there, who are really decent and stuff. But some of it, like the person who did your Mantiforce thing for 30 quid, that was exceptional.
Yeah, I think he was selling his own childhood collection, so like he didn't have the kind of. And we talked about that at TFN, the difference between the boy beside Leicester Vintage.
Oh yeah,
I
benefited from that. Collection. Yeah, because it's like it was so funny. It's like like the Starscream. I got the full G1 box set Starscream for like 100 quid, and the Leicester equivalent would have been 400 or 500, and it was just like everyone was looking at the Leicester stuff and then going to the guy, go, "Do you have that?" And then you go, "Yes."
Is your trip, Graham, going to be an annual thing or a biannual thing, or
no? It was to celebrate 20 years of friendship between me and my pal Kev. We've been planning it for a good few years. It was exhausting. It was a lot to do in 5 days. Don't get me wrong, I do want to do some more. Yeah,
your list was like 20.
I met Graham and I met Graham. What was your friend Greg?
Kev.
I met him, Graham and Kevin, they're all having a coffee, and me and Lynn's having a coffee, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to go around and have a look at peruse the toys." And me, Lynn, "Do you want to come?" And she went, "No, no, just stick." And Graham and Kevin.
You can see when we were sat there eating like the food, like who wants a second run, and like half us went, "All right," and I was like, I'm done. I can't do another run. It's like because it was big. To be honest, like it's weird, like a race course, like where it is because it's so long. It's like it's completely like the wrong environment to have it in.
Yeah, the NEC one is apparently that one's over 500 stalls, and so is the NEC. But apparently NEC is better. So the NEC one is the first Saturday in April. So I'm going to go to that. And then Borders Dude and I have been talking because there's actually 3 toy fairs in Scotland now. So there's 3 different ones that we can go to. So we're going to try and meet up for one of those. But I definitely want to go to more. It was a great experience. The trips to the toy shops were great, but the best one was Nerdbase. Nerdbase was outstanding, but it was the furthest away.
Where's Nerdbase? Where's Nerdbase?
England. England.
I think
south of the wall, mate. South of the wall.
I think Nerdbase is closer to us. I would imagine.
Yeah.
I have to Google. I have to Google it, Dr. Google.
Yeah. They've got 2. They've got a main shop, and then a kind of smaller one in a kind of shopping centre. But I think the smaller one's kind of more modern stuff.
Wickford.
But they've done an amazing array.
SS.
That's the one.
So SS is that South Sea? SS South Sea. SS. So what was it about Nerdbase you liked? What was it stood out for you?
The range of stuff, Alexis. Honestly, like
variety.
The amount of stuff they had was incredible. Their Star Wars selection was brilliant. Their vintage stuff was just, they had a bit of everything. There was so much that we both, Kevin and I, wanted to see at the toy fair and didn't. And then they had it, you know, a Thunder Tank. They had Micro Machines. There's so much stuff that just it was
just north of South Sea. So I call it South Sea, South End on the Sea. So it's just south of Chelmsford. So it's Essex. So it's not. Yeah. So maybe
highly recommend. I say
that south of Chelmsford. It's probably about an hour away.
Not far from you, Jay.
About 2 hours. About 2 hours away.
We were meant to do it on the same day we did Kapow and In Demand. In Demand was brilliant. Again, I recommend In Demand. The actual store, but it was brilliant. And then Andy for Kapow gave us a tour around the warehouse, which meant we were there for 3 hours. So we ended up missing Nerdbase on the final day.
His wee warehouse, you said.
Yeah, his wee warehouse. I did just a kind of quick panoramic video just to show what was in it, but it was mind blowing. Like, it was overwhelming. It really actually was a bit overwhelming. But
you remember you saying that, and you could have been on, like, remember what's his name, Matthew? What's his name from You Bet? He goes, "Where is this toy?" There it is.
So that was frightening,
right?
That was incredible. Like
Rohan's back,
massive warehouse, stock.
Oh my god, you're back in your house.
Boxes. And yet he knew where everything was. It was incredible. But Nerdbase was the best shop. My favourite, or my one I'll go back to quickest, is one just outside of Manchester, Manic Miners toy shop. And I didn't know anything about it until Monday morning. I was sitting in the hotel. We were leaving to go to Manchester, and I saw a post liked by Andy Ride talking about this shop. Clicked on it, went, "Oh, I think we should go see that." And their shop was incredible. Walked in, told him what we were doing. He's like, "Oh, we're just a silly wee shop. It's a kind of bit of a nothing for you." And he's got an Eternia sitting there. He's got a box Boulder Hill. I was like, "This is it." And we just made the call at that point. That's it. We're going to leave it in this.
I need the vision. Dagger assault vehicle. If you ever saw one in your travels,
Dagger assault the Visionaries.
Yeah, the last one, the one.
No, I've got. Not a great condition one, missing bits, so that was on my list to try and pick up bits, but never saw.
Away from the toy slightly. 2 questions. Which was your favourite? What was your most comfortable bed you slept in from the hotel?
Right, stop. So answer that question. Don't let me ask a second question.
Wait. And what was your?
Don't answer the first question. What was your favourite bit? What was your bed?
What was your favourite?
Ask one question, Alexis. We said we were going to train you.
All right.
We stayed in on the Saturday night. We stayed in the Crown Plaza in Reading, and it was lovely. It was really nice. The weirdest thing, but we went for dinner in the restaurant, and I got a burger and chips, and I said, "Can I get some vinegar for my chips?" He looked at me a bit strange, and I was like, "Okay." And he went away and came back with a dipping pot of vinegar. He dipped my chips into vinegar. It's like, what am I meant to do with that? It's like, so bizarre. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
The poshest vinegar in the country is from Crown Plaza and and sorry, and Jamie, can I ask a second question? Is that okay now?
No.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite breakfast? Where served your favorite breakfast?
The first place we stayed in, it was called the Anchor Inn, and it was near Norwich. It was just outside Norwich. That's where we stayed to go to see Capown of the Man, and it was beautiful food and night, and then the breakfast was gorgeous. It was really nice.
Anchor Inn. So if you're going to go to Kapow or you're going to go to ID Toys, Anchor Inn. There you go.
But obviously, the highlight was meeting up with the whole Transformers. The crew.
Oh, it was.
Well,
I have to say, actually,
it
was
that.
great.
If you have the photos, you try to share that.
Alex, you get a photo. You took the photo.
Oh, do you want me to share it? I'll get it.
Yeah,
if you've got it. It was actually, to be fair, I have to say, seeing you lot was absolutely brilliant, and I know you were there, and then Simon Odd was there as well, so it was good, you know.
Yeah, I saw Simon.
Months before I'll see
Dave,
you
was it Simon and Dave?
Yeah. I'd say to Rohan as well. Like I'll probably do like roll call or something next year just to come back down, kind of around this time, because it's August to March before I'll see most of you again. So I'll make an effort to come down again around this time. A wee trip, get away for a wife.
Meet up again.
Yeah, it'd be good to see you.
This time, hopefully, I won't be so tired. Yeah, hopefully, this time I won't be so tired and I can come out for a drink. But it was mentally overwhelming as well as physically overwhelming.
Good bunch of handsome-looking men there, and Alexis. Yeah.
Alexis hair looks good in that one. And talk about Titanic. There's Pete. He was one of the captains on the Titanic, I believe.
And there's Andy there, and there's was it Kev? You said,
yeah, Kev.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know how far I can flick. I'm not sure what else is on my phone.
Oh,
I just check.
Do it.
Just gonna check offline.
Oh
no, it goes into our night out.
Fonz. What would the Fonz look like if he was tall? Yeah.
Goes into our night out. So I can share that.
Oh, that's such a good night.
So good.
It was fun. Just making sure there's nothing else on here. I'm just looking at
there's Ian showing his wanking technique. Quite good.
RJ's in the chat. Beautiful boys. RJ's in the chat.
There's Paul.
Live on a cruise.
We're still live. We're still live, by the way, RJ. So don't say anything. Don't mention the war. Don't mention the war.
So that photograph, I stuck it on a vase and then put the timer on.
No Wi-Fi is absolutely shit.
Oh, there's Ian with his.
Ian is surprised.
Is it about to have a threesome?
Randy's other hand.
Yeah.
Even the camera's drunk.
The night descends. That's Paul next day.
Hey,
which we have seen already.
Videos
that was some creepy thing, Paul.
This is what I look like. This is what I look like when I get in my car and I also hide a fucking doll at 8 a.m. in the morning after a night out.
It's a look. You look around going. Ah, there we go.
I hear you trying to steal toothpaste.
That'll do.
You're recording me.
Is that a relative of Baby Hamish?
It was a relative. It's
We wonder where you went, mate. We wonder where you went. So we wonder where you were. We just have anything else afterwards. I
always leave early in the morning. Remember? I tidied your house up.
I noticed you, but yeah. So next is pictures of my boy next day. So I won't share that because it's not respectful for him. So, although he did turn, it's not fair. He hasn't got a choice. I need to give him.
Although he meant me.
He did turn 2 this
talking
week.
About the doll. It's not fair to the doll. She had no choice in this.
my youngest did turn 2 this week, so happy birthday, Eli.
Happy birthday!
So,
yeah.
Happy birthday.
The little scamp that he is. So, yeah.
Did any of that video actually come through?
I can share a dead mouse that our cat brought in as well.
Oh, lovely.
That's wonderful, Alexis.
Yeah.
That should have been in your pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the mouse is gone. So the mouse is gone.
I put my mouse in the recycling bin.
So actually, we can stick out because we've got a lot of kites our way. We can put it back in the garden. The kites just come down and have it. They always are. They always do. I think they've once gone for one of our cats and once gone for one of my children. They realised what it was. Last time I went, fuck that.
Save money.
Did you fuck it? No.
No, it wasn't a dolphin.
So I can't
tease with your language there. I don't
know if it's the way around, but a kite is old word for fish eagle. A fish eagle is a kite and vice versa. So I think it's the fact they don't have the same size talons. I think they have the same beak, but different talons. I think it is. The difference between a kite.
This is what real men talk about after dark. We just birds and
so fish eagle versus.
It's not about sexual conquest or anything like that, or what we were drinking. It's about, and yes, so the eagle has a smaller beak. You know, we're party animals. We really are.
We are indeed. We always bring the topics, and we're still at 15, so we're still going until we get to 10. So if you don't want us to continue, drop off.
Yeah, drop off, you dickhead.
The video, and we'll stay there forever.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Can you imagine Transformers the Show 24-hour edition? Oh.
If we thinking of that,
I forget Moth narrated it, won't we?
To be honest, we did talk about doing a WAGs 10 bots, 10 shots. But I think we'd probably be our last show because they'd be more popular than us.
They'd be funny, intelligent, everything, but not. It'd be so bad.
Shut up, Jamie. Don't encourage it.
Right, should we end the stream so we can be really? We can be our normal offensive selves.
Yeah. Remember to like. Just remember to give us a like. Even if you didn't like it, lie. It'll be a secret between us.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and then if you go and remember, if you have supported us, TF Show on Showzy, email tfshowcomp@gmail.com. If you don't know what it is, drop me a DM on Facebook or go on the group or just get in contact.
Do not enter his DMs. Do not enter his DMs. Especially if you're female.
And
right,
if you
thanks so much
haven't,
for watching tonight. Please head to TF UK. Love you lots. Bye bye. And thanks for all the people joining us late. Bye.